Did you say you wanted soy today and not almond milk?
Yeah, please. I think they switched their almond milk. You sent me headline Facebook stories, but I don't have all the
Hey, Bean?
Jason. Ellis.
Why does the clock say 1?
I don't know.
Huh?
I just noticed that too. I don't know.
Stupid stuff.
I mean, it doesn't control anything.
I know, but the clock says 1.
So was that?
The clock says 1.
Radio. Tigers, elephants, orangutans, lions, bears, they'll make you stare. Dragons, salamanders, fish in the sea. Know what I mean? Jason Ellis. Michael Tully.
I'm not very sexy.
Andrew Groove. Absolutely. Kevin Kraft.
Don't worry, we got them the bases covered.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis. Live from Hollywood. Awesome, blowing up. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
All hail the King of the West!
Welcome to the King of the West show. I am the king. You mean of like 3 hours of radio, which is actually not true. But you've got to be the king of your own pants, because no one else is gonna wear them. That's a fucking t-shirt, or where's what Jason Ellis says on Twitter? Because fuck, that's words to live by. What did I say, Will?
King of the pants! You gotta be the king of your own pants.
Yeah, but man, I didn't say. There was something else I said that I was looking for you to reiterate.
I heard you say, you gotta be the king of your own pants.
Yeah.
And then?
You gotta wear your own pants because nobody else will.
Is that what I said? You sound funny, dude.
I think that's what you said.
No, you sound. Need to. Your microphone's fucked, bruh. Yeah, like everybody, whoever's in this studio before us has really fucked it today.
Getting better?
Yeah. What is that? Do you have a voice machine on your fucking mic? What is that then?
It shouldn't be anything. I mean, I've got like 10 dials in front on like my single pod.
So we roll off some of the high end?
Yep, looks like it.
I don't even know what I just said.
I understood it, which is terrifying.
I don't think that's what happened, though. I mean, I know what I was saying, but I don't think it was because you had reduced your treble.
Didn't know he had treble.
Oh, he got treble.
Yeah, apparently so.
Enough now.
All right.
I like him sounding like he's in a submarine.
Okay, well.
Wish I was in the submarine. We've been getting so many dick pics and butt pics over the past couple of days.
Wait, what?
For later in the show. Just so much dude butt that's on my phone.
But you said dicks.
There's some dicks.
Why would somebody send you a dick?
They're your friends.
Oh, wait, because you... Oh, man. That was they said dick. Man, whoever did that is a level ahead of the average bear. That is... Man, that's pretty ballsy. Fucking ass photos for the Ellis show. Sure, Andrew, random guy, I don't really know that well. Here's my cock. Not boners, right?
No, and this is like one of the guys
Just gotta say.
I really don't know.
Why can't I know now? Okay. It is Friday. I got invited to some weird mansion party tonight. I don't know if I really want to go because I don't like parties, but it's like one of those things where if I go, maybe I'll have a story to tell. So maybe I'll go to like some weird big castle thing or something, I don't know. But I'm going to Nashville, and I keep calling it Kentucky because I get it mixed up. They're not near each other, are they? They are? Oh.
Near enough, yeah.
Okay.
We go to our southern expert, who is weirdly Andrew.
Yeah. What do you mean they're on top of each other? They can't be on top of each other. Oh, yeah? Oh. Well, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, to the north of it.
Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Wow, Kentucky's pretty big.
Well, when you zoom in, it is.
It's still... Okay.
Yeah, from space, you can barely even see it.
Well, then there's that angle.
Looks like a decent, robust...
Man, Greenland doesn't seem that far away when you really
No, it's not. You fly over it.
pan back. Greenland and Iceland, that's where I want to go next.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to the... It's a sucky thing, too, because you see all the photos, and I'm like, ooh, I want to go in the weird, it looks cold but hot spring things where your face goes white or something because of the salt in the water or some shit. I want to go there. But then I'm like, man, it just looks like a bunch of fucking tourists. They're all hanging in there. Now I'm a fucking tourist hanging in there, being a jerk-off asshole face.
There's always a way around those people. Almost.
How do you... Well, I feel like this thing that I'm talking about in Iceland or whatever, it doesn't look like it's that big.
Oh, if there's only one of them, then yeah, you're fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're good enough to kiss the Blarney stick.
I could be wrong. There could be more than one. Maybe Iceland has more than one, but it seems like there's one particular one that a hotel has lock on. So you stay at the hotel and then they run it like Bartertown.
Yeah. Yeah, well then if a hotel is running a natural attraction, then yeah, it will be somewhat touristy.
Yeah, but I bet you there's a time of year you can go where it's not so bad, and it's not like you would give a fuck about the weather, right? Because it's cold there all the time.
Well,
or is it not? Or is it fake cold?
Well, no, the old joke that... Uh-oh. Some plastic just snapped.
Yeah, I broke my camera.
Well, you just broke the little handle thing that snapped on.
Yeah.
Better than breaking the actual camera.
Yeah.
The old joke is Iceland is green and Greenland's icy.
Yeah, it's not true.
No, I think it is true. I'm sure it gets cold in Iceland. I'm sure that it's snowy somewhere all the time and everywhere sometimes, but I don't think... Like I said, Greenland's the icy one and Iceland's the green one.
Hey Betsy, can we do a camera mount change? Guy like me doesn't know his own strength. Jay snapped the thing off.
It's funny looking at all the different countries. You forget the relative sizes of things. I thought, like, South America doesn't look much bigger than, like, America.
Fuck yeah!
Like, not just... not just North America. I mean, I see you, Argentina, but the bulk of it, the meat of South America, is, like, roughly the same size as our country. So eat a dick, Bolivia.
Wait, why does Bolivia have to eat a dick? I missed that.
Because I started to take these things seriously as countries, and in reality, like, California is as big as Bolivia.
Right.
You know
So we should fight Bolivia?
No, just settle down, Bolivia. I don't have to take you.
Wait,
all
they're
that
not
seriously.
settling down?
No, they're not giving me any problems or anything. But in my mind, I'm granting them full nationhood, and in reality, they're just like little states.
Right.
Like South America is just like the United States of South America. Really? Like Brazil's like their Texas, and Argentina's like their California, and everything else is fucking Rhode Island.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, and Will's going to get uncomfortable, but that place that says Niger, how do you spell the N-word?
Nigger.
Oh, it's two. Okay.
I know. I think, like many people listening to this, I have been doing double takes all week whenever I walk past a cable news network that is talking about there were some military fatalities in Niger.
Yes.
And every time you see it, you go, wait, what? Oh, okay. That's terrible, but still a little better than what I thought.
It's close.
It's gonna be. Yeah. I've always assumed that there was some relationship between the name of the nation of Niger and the slur. No? All right. Well, wow. Sorry to make you angry with my mild assumption.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Please educate me, Will.
Oh man, I need to really talk about it even.
Well, then don't fucking audibly roll your eyes at me.
Hey, camera stand guy, what happened there? Betsy, can you come in here for a second?
No, I think it comes from a foreign word for black and then was bastardized by the Southerners who tend to speak in
Yeah, one of those.
When they like anglicize stuff, they'll just like pronounce it the way that it looks in English.
I mean, they put a lot of
Let me see. This should pop back on.
Contraction.
yeah, or contraction.
Yeah. But then, yeah, right. Like, yeah, Negro is like the, like the beer that both I and Demetrius Johnson recently brought up on the air. Modelo Negro just means black, right?
Right, and then you have the
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But who named Niger? Because that, like, Europe ran that shit for quite a long time.
I mean, I just realized Niger Houston's name is Niger. How'd you spell that?
You say them both the same way, but I would say, Americans would say Niger for the country and would say Niger for him.
Ah.
Yeah, he's Nyjah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter how Niger got their name, but yeah, it's pretty weird when news happens there.
Yeah.
Huh? I still haven't gotten around to speaking to. I'm still planning on. I said this last Friday, and I will repeat it now. Speaking to the superior of our office, who I have not yet run into, about can we just fucking Will yesterday or the day before was watching cartoons on his TV, and I support that. Can we change all the TVs in the SiriusXM Los Angeles studios to the Cartoon Network at all times?
I always change it to SpongeBob.
Because I don't need to.
Or I put Sesame Street on the other day. I don't know if anybody caught that. Obviously they did, because it's not on there anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't need to. I forget that there is a portion of the world that is eternally squabbling about politics. I just forget it. I'm out of it, and then I just walk through, and there's like 8 fucking heads. It's the opening credits of the Brady Bunch at all times on CNN with 8 different people arguing about and the same fucking things happening over on Fox at the same time. And I would like to, out of sight, out of mind. I'd like to put it out of sight.
Okay. I feel like we do pretty good over here.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In the SiriusXM studio, I would like to not just in here, because on the other side and outside of these 2 rooms,
You're trying to ban CNN in the building.
No, just within the SiriusXM offices.
Right.
I would love to the building, but I don't really think it's even my place. I thought about that. That's what I claimed I was going to try to accomplish last week. I don't really think I'm authorized to speak, even as a representative of SiriusXM, to the building.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. But I certainly am authorized to speak as an employee to our superior and say, hey man, come on, let's just watch SpongeBob here.
That's all you.
Welcome to the West Coast.
I'm too scared to do
That's
that.
how we roll.
Hey, Will, how do we find Car Chases? What channel's that?
Usually Channel 9's a good one, but if you follow at there's a Twitter account that always has it. DCA Live. My phone will make a bunch of whirring and beeping.
Oh, okay, so if it ever goes down, you've got a phone alarm, so we won't miss one.
Oh, yeah. You'll hear sirens.
Okay. I wish we could be on the radio 24 hours a day. That way, we would never miss a car chase.
That would be the one upside, yeah.
And then we wouldn't have to worry if TJ comes in late. We just go long.
It would mean nothing.
We
right?
should. Can we flip that, Andrew? I'll talk to Scott Greenstein about it this weekend. We should have our archives play after the show. That way, if somebody comes, we can cut into our archives. I'm sorry. I don't understand. What? Wait, why would I start at 11? No? Yeah, so but I'm saying I still start at 12.
Oh, and put the archives at the end? Well, then you'd be moving Craig Ferguson's show.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, now that I know for sure that the Jason Ellis Show is the #1 show on Faction Talk, maybe I'll talk to Scott about, I don't know, I don't want to get up early. I kind of like it here. And another hour longer would be better, too. We'll talk. I'm sure it'll work out. Anyway.
In Cleveland, there was a high-speed chase reaching 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Over a 45-mile area, led by a 10-year-old boy who had stolen his mother's car.
10 touches all the pedals and the wheel good already, right? Yeah? I mean, he's got to be kind of tall, right?
Well, he was driving a car, yeah. You could definitely reach him.
I'm just saying, your average 10-year-old, can they touch the pedals that you just put the seat forward and they're good? I'm trying to think if my daughter can drive my car if I let her, like, actual physically the right size. I guess so. Yeah, she's bigger than Katie. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
The boy was speeding, swerving, nearly ran a couple cars
off the road. Oh, he's 10. Come on.
Of course. They say that this is not the first time he has stolen his mother's car.
Right.
At one point, a trooper pulled up next to the boy and motioned for him to stop. The boy shook his head no and sped up. They put spike strips on the road, and the boy drove into a ditch and avoided the trap.
Wow. Good for him.
And continued driving in the ditch for about a half mile until two troopers finally bumped his car. He had also hit a road sign by then.
Oh. Well.
The boy kicked and spat on a trooper after he was arrested. I sense he's somewhat.
Yeah. No, you're sensing a lot right there, but you might be right. That sounds like I mean, think about when you're 10 and you say fuck the police. How tough you are. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Because 10-year-olds, police can scare the shit out of you when you're 10. Mm-hmm. But if you're like, fuck that, fuck you cops, man, you're so hard.
I know, I think about that. There was one kid in my grammar school who was not there for long. He transferred in and was expelled shortly thereafter. The highlight of his brief stay with us was punching one of the teachers. I just wonder what became of that kid. Because now I see that there's, like, in my dude's school, there's a couple kids. Nobody's, like, a problem. But, you know, we kind of know who the rabble-rousers are by now.
Yeah.
You know, there's 2 or 3 troublemakers. And some of them might just be rambunctious. And 1 or 2 of them might be kids who actually, you can already kind of tell, have some little issues to them. But, but none, I don't think, like this guy who was in my grammar school. And I wonder what became of him. I can't imagine anything good.
Maybe he turned it around, Michael.
That's what I said. Okay, so I can imagine that something good came of it. But if you are... we were far from his first or second grammar school, and if you're in there and you immediately punch the 7th grade teacher and then have to go somewhere else... I mean, I wonder if that guy's in prison now.
I guess that's how it starts. I guess people in prison have these track records of telling you how they used to beat teachers up at school. Who knows? I don't know. You turn it around or you fucking go to jail. Whatever. Anyway, the UFC this weekend. Lyoto Machida, who is back after his long suspension for not using steroids, but getting just saying that he used a certain thing and they fucked him for it, which so Machida's the man, I think, and he's going to go. I think he's going to beat the shit out of Derek Brunson. I hope so. Anyway, shout out to Speed of Sport because that's where Machida trains. Damian Maia and Colby. This Colby guy. I'm so glad that Colby is back because I believe this is actually a guy where it no longer, because I feel like there's a lot of people now that have copied the Conor McGregor thing. So now they sprack off idiotic comments. I don't know if you know this, but my boy, and when I say my boy, I mean the fucking biggest douche I've ever seen in MMA, that Platinum Perry guy. I saw him talking about on the stage with a microphone, talking about how he's going to be the champion of the the welterweight division, and then he's going to challenge Stipe Miocic into a super fight. That's what this dude with the moose hair is saying on stage to the MMA world. And I don't know if anybody, but Colby Covington is the same guy. He's the guy that thinks that the new guy, Till, that beat up Cerrone last weekend, is not a very good fighter, not very talented, and Colby would destroy him. And now I'm starting to think that Colby is delusional and a moron. And then I saw in the weigh-ins yesterday, when he faced off with Damian Maia and then stood alongside him to the crowd, he made a gesture of the choke and then the death where you run your thumb across your neck, as in the jiu-jitsu guy is going to die.
Wait, so choking was just to indicate that my...
Because that's what Damian Maya is the greatest
the
ground
choke
guy
guy,
in the
yeah,
world,
yeah.
yeah. So he did this. He did like the choke guy is getting fucking killed.
Gotcha.
Which I thought was a little disrespectful to Damian Maya. Damian Maya seems like a very nice man.
He does.
But I super want to see that fight because I'm not sure, Colby. You know, I'm not as sure on you as everybody else. Your record shows that you are incredibly good, but you beat Damian Maya, and I'll believe everything else you say from here on out. Otherwise, you need to start selling some more houses.
Damian Maya seems like the least violent man in MMA.
Yeah, I think he was a police officer.
I bet he was a good one.
I think he really was, or maybe something even more serious than that. I don't know who this other guy is, but congratulations to him. I know who Jim Miller is, and I really hope he beats up Francisco, who gives a shit.
This is what, like, is this ties him for the record of most UFC fights or something crazy like
Oh, yeah? Is that what he's going for? Good for him.
I think it's his 26th fight in the octagon.
Thiago Santos. The hammer of tattoo is just it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But this is such a great fight, because I don't know if you know who Jake Hermanson is. Wait, I don't. Wrong guy. Damn it. I thought it was the guy with that weird potential racist kid, but no, it's not him. So I don't care about that fight. John Lineker is cool. I don't really care about these other dudes. I mean, I like the dudes that I don't care about because I feel like they're just going to put on more of a show. You've never been there before. You know if you fuck up, you're out. You go so much harder. All these other guys are like, they got a game plan. Anyway, I don't know if I'll be watching that, I just realized. I'll be on a plane. Maybe I'll watch it in Nashville. Do they have UFC in Nashville? They do have Fox Sports 1 in Nashville. That's going to be handy for me. Yeah. You ever seen the Eagles, Michael?
No, but I did watch the Eagles documentary that I thought for the longest time our old friend Allison Eastwood had directed.
But she didn't?
No, the name is remarkably similar.
Ah.
Like a number of people told me Allison Eastwood, and I was like, really? Wow, because I've met her. And
doesn't seem like the person that would make that documentary.
Didn't seem like she had a 2-part Eagles documentary. And
Yeah.
She seems like she's capable of anything.
Just didn't seem like she was a fan. Or
didn't see that particular thing coming. And
yeah, I agree.
Alyssa Eastwood or whatever the fuck it was. I knew almost nothing. I knew about as little about the Eagles as a red-blooded, middle-aged American man could possibly know until I watched that documentary.
Yeah.
I get it now.
What do you get about it?
Well, I always heard that they were like owning the Eagles' greatest hits was like the ultimate symbol of just being like a cheeseball basic bitch.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think that that's like a little undeserved. You know, I think that there's a lot more depth to it. Maybe like you add the time to it and it becomes more of like a time capsule. And I get that, and I definitely feel like they evoke like California in the 1970s. I wasn't here, but I feel like I have some idea what it might have been like because of their music. I felt like Glenn Frey, rest in peace, did not come across as a very nice man watching that documentary. I really like their bass player. He's my guy.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, Timothy B. Schmidt. Yeah. Yeah, bottom line, I would be happy to go see them play live, and I believe that the role of Glenn Frey is now being played by Jackson Brown, which is kind of cool because not only is Jackson Brown a big deal in his own right, they were like around each other at the same time. I think Glenn Frey even said he basically like learned how to make songwriting a job from living upstairs from Jackson Brown and just hearing Jackson Brown on the piano every single day.
No way.
Like, that's like, he was already a songwriter, but that's how you, if you're serious about doing this for a living, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense, if I'm not entirely making this up, that Jackson Brown is touring with them, that Jackson Brown would be touring with them.
Well, that's pretty mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just never seen Nashville, and I figured I don't have the kids this weekend, so me and Katie were going to go see Nashville as well. See a city.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that before.
Yeah, I have the sense that, with all due respect to Nashville, that some of these southeastern cities are like small enough that in a day or two you could get a pretty accurate taste of them. Some of the larger cities of the world are kind of, you can't really do them in a day.
Doesn't Nashville have like some cool like fat food?
Yeah.
Right? Like, is it an Elvis-y kind of a vibe? Or is it a country kind of a vibe?
It's country.
Can I get snakeskin boots there? Fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, that's not cool. What's this young guy doing in
Yeah, I
there?
don't know. He's not Jackson Brown.
Is he someone's
I
son?
may have been talking out of my ass there for a while. Looks like it, huh? Looks like a contest winner.
I mean, he's like fucking 17.
I know.
These dudes are 80. This is awesome.
And I'm sure that they're still like really, really good because there's some bands that are still playing who shouldn't be anymore. I have no doubt that the Eagles are rock solid. I love a band with a drummer singer too. You just never saw enough of that.
Is that what's going on?
Well, they use multiple lead vocalists, but Don Henley is one of the two key lead singers.
Huh.
So yeah, like Hotel California, he's going to be singing Hotel California while he plays drums. Glenn Frey's son Deacon.
Told you.
I know that they did some with Jackson Brown. Oh well, I'm sure Deacon's just as good.
I mean, he's of his flesh and blood.
Yes.
It's pretty much him.
As close as you're going to get anyway.
Mm. Oh, now it makes sense. I can see it in his eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
I got it now.
It's always weird when you see, like, when you know the old guy before you ever knew the young guy. It's really, really hard to work backwards. It's like when you see some, like, woman of a certain age who's playing somebody's mom in a movie and, like, you know, she was actually, like, hot shit in her day. Like, no fucking way. And you see the picture, like, oh, I guess I could see that in there. I knew Glenn Frey as the heat is on.
Right.
That's Glenn Frey to me. And then to see him with like a mustache and long hair in the 70s, I'm like, it doesn't even register as the same guy, but for the fact that the same voice is coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. Man, the heat is on. That was a great riff.
He had some. I'm not functioning on all cylinders. Yeah, he had some great moments in the 80s solo wise.
You got allergies again? Still?
It's so brutal. I'm just like, I'm sick, but without any of the sympathy that comes with illness.
Oh, fuck, I almost forgot. Will, come in here. Listen to this story. This morning, because Katie has the same thing as you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know. Like, and I think actually my ex-wife's father was probably the worst I've ever seen. Where I was like, maybe you should go to hospital, because I'd never seen anybody. And I'm like, how long's that go for? He's like, oh, like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, 3 or 4 days? Like, I'd ask the doctor to put me in a coma if I had to. Like, his eyes don't open. I'm like, you're
right
yeah. But
goddamn humidifier on last night. It's wild at my house.
well, dude, check this out. I'm fucking. I've had breakfast, and then Katie's in the bathroom with me, and I'm in the shower, and she is blow drying her hair, and she just got tattooed yesterday. She got the matching thing that I got on my knuckle, and she got a fucking halo of thorns around her dinosaur tattoo on her neck, which is just the funniest shit ever. Like a thorn halo around the dinosaur's head. I'm like, there's just so much. That's just so the ultimate insult. I love you. Anyway, so she's blow drying her hair, and she's like, ah, and I'm like, what? She's like, I fucking hit my tattoo with my hairbrush. I'm like, that's got to be a bummer. And then whatever, I'm washing my face, and then I hear again, and I'm like, I keep washing my face because I'm like, what you know what I mean? Like, you hit your tattoo again, and then I'm like, I think she's like in pain, actual pain. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, my hair dryer just blew up. I'm like, what? And I look at the shower. Her hair dryer blew up in her hand. Sparks flew out everywhere and burned her arm, and like cut out some of the lights in the bathroom, but didn't break the circuit. Like, didn't cut the circuit out. Ooh. So she could have fucking died. And she had the thing to her head, and then right when she pulled it away is when it blew up on her arm. Otherwise it would have blew up on her face. And she has a giant fucking like black mark where the thing blew up and burned her.
Okay, how long?
How crazy is that?
Was she wet?
No.
So she's just perfectly dry.
Yeah, she had clothes on.
Well, her hair was wet though.
Yeah, she was drying her hair. Yeah.
But still, that's.
I mean, it was almost done.
That's what a blow dryer is supposed to do: is dry your hair. So there should be a problem there.
Hence the name.
And blow dryers usually have their own circuit, and then the thing that you plug it into has its own circuit, and there's another circuit behind that. It's amazing that something that has at least one circuit didn't trip the circuit.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
Is this a new blow dryer? Or
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's...
brand new.
I mean, she didn't get it yesterday, but it's like in the last year or something. I think. It doesn't look like it's old.
And blow dryers are weird.
You can see where it melted, like at the cord where it's plugged into the actual hairdryer. It blew up and melted right there. Like it came out of right in the connection to the hairdryer. Big fucking dirty black thing on the side of her arm. I don't think she knows yet, too, because she's like, it's starting to hurt. And I was like, yeah, you should probably put some ice on it. She's like, I gotta run errands. I'm like, that's gonna come for you in a minute. Because I think she didn't really realize. But it blackened her arm.
Burns hurt.
Yeah, I just didn't know that I thought that was a thing that happened in the 80s or 70s. I didn't know that there was, like you said, all the different circuit things that stop shit from happening like that. But not this morning. She just blew up.
I don't even think of that as something that happened in the 70s or 80s. I feel like most homes, like my parents' house, they've lived in the same place for 45 years. There's probably a blow dryer that's been there the entire time, and you plug it right in and it'll just work. You would think that they'd be more temperamental than they are, but they're actually incredibly durable and kind of lo-fi.
Yeah, and then also, does the plug-in have one of those little black and red buttons on it that?
Yep.
Yeah, so that makes, I think, a third circuit. So one of those things should have blown out. It's crazy. And any chance that the cord had been bent a lot, or maybe put in a drawer where the drawer would have worn away the outside coating? Okay. I don't know.
I don't use the hairdryer, Will.
An electrician.
God damn it.
Might be able to tell you what the deal is, but that's the kind of thing I think.
I just thought for a second there that the second time I heard her yell, I didn't really turn around, and I was like, what if that thing really zapped her and knocked her out? And I'm washing my face, and a couple of minutes later I go, Katie? And she's like on the ground. And I didn't get her to hospital in time or something. I was just like, it's so, how dare that thing go off like that?
And obviously a shock could stop your heart, so
Yeah.
You don't want that happening.
Yeah, I think because she was a little. I'm like, you're alright. She's like, I think I am. I'm like, you think you are? Are you alright? Yeah. I mean, I think she would have texted me saying I feel like I'm gonna die or something if she was dying. I think she's alright.
That makes sense.
Fucking big burn on her arm. I swear, when she showed her arm, I'm like, fuck, what's that? She's like, the sparks came out. I'm like, sparks came out. Pissed I didn't film it.
And did you? Oh, man. Did you? I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing that you should report.
To who?
To a government agency.
Procter and/or Gamble.
Government agency?
Yeah. Okay, now you're laughing. Now I'm gonna make you not laugh. Because it's a kind of thing that, what if you don't report it and there should have been a recall of this item and other people are hurt or killed by it?
Oh, man, you just put a pretty heavy weight on me. Now I'm a potential murderer.
You'll be like one of those assistants who didn't say that his boss was touching ladies or
Man,
whatever,
how many people have come out from that? I just saw something on
all of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Ashley Judd, I think, said that. She had sex with Harvey Weinstein so he wouldn't rape her?
Makes sense.
I mean, I read a half a headline.
Yeah, please.
I saw one with just David Letterman bringing up to a couple of different famous women on the Letterman show about making accusations about Harvey Weinstein parties to famous women, and they're like, and you can see them going, oh, like going as Paltrow and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, and this was what year?
So he knew. 90s.
So just people knew.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but people, again, it's like that director James Toback thing where they profiled him in Spy Magazine, and they're like, look at how this creep hits on people. It wasn't that people didn't know, it was that people dealt with that knowledge and that information differently than we do nowadays. Nobody ever thought it was okay to, grab a chick and hold a knife to her neck and forcibly rape her, but guys like that were thought of as creeps.
Look, I think there's a little bit of when you see someone that fancy and that high up, and you know them, and they handle themselves in a professional business manner all the time, and then you hear things like that, you think, okay, maybe Harvey was a little drunk and he said something inappropriate, but I highly doubt that Harvey walked in with his dick out.
Right.
I find it very hard to believe that anybody would do that, because if anybody told me that any of us did that, I'd be like, no, nobody walks, none of them walk, no, that didn't happen. So you might, because, I mean, how many times did Harvey go, hey, you know what I like to do? I was like, I like to have my dick out, and when I don't think he took people aside and told them how gross he was.
Okay, and then also, what if you hear from a couple of people that somebody, oh man, when he drinks, he gets a little handsy. I mean, are you gonna? Oh, I need to go to the police because someone gets handsy when they're drunk.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard that since the '80s. But if someone said that to me now, that would be. What do you mean he gets handsy? But
if somebody said that to you now, if somebody said it to you 20 years ago, I always remember a relative of mine saying to my relative when she had a daughter, an older lady in the family said to her, not my family, said, well, there's always going to be that one creepy uncle.
Yeah, right.
She was just supposed to just roll with that punch.
Definitely...
And that was a woman who raised kids 40 years ago, talking to a woman who started raising kids 20 years ago, and the woman who started raising kids 20 years ago was like, no, if there's a fucking creepy uncle, it's going to be an issue. We're not just going to look the other way at that. So that it just goes to show you that the way that we react to this information has evolved massively.
Yeah, but especially the last couple of weeks.
I think it's been. I mean, I think the snowball is getting bigger as it goes downhill. But
sure.
I think we've been moving steadily in this direction. By the way, let me ask you something, Jason. Are you aware that Harvey Weinstein has a brother that is his business partner in all of this?
No.
I find it very funny that I know it's not that he hasn't.
Wait, I think I did know that his brother doesn't want anything to do with him, right?
Right, but
yeah, I knew that.
I just find it interesting that that guy has sort of evaded the spotlight entirely on this. They were.
He came up at first.
They were
when this shit came
brothers.
up. I think I heard that they definitely reported that he had a brother, and his brother had already, been pushing to get rid of him, and was not a fan for several years. So that if I know that, then everybody knew that. But I think then all the other Hollywood people came out saying that he'd done all these things, and his brother completely disappeared. Because now it's not even about what Harvey says. It's just a constant bombarding of how gross he is, and many people in his line of work are being accused of being just as gross.
Right, but where was the brother all those years? Because if you're
Corey Feldman's on fire right now.
I know he is. If he's back, baby. If you're License to Drive 2 coming soon to theaters, like if you're a chick who he does, let's say, a thing to once, that's just a one-time event. But his brother had to have knowledge of tons and tons and tons of things, and his brother wasn't some powerless assistant who signed a non-disclosure agreement.
But it is your brother. I was watching the.
Yeah, that's a weird one to me.
No, I know.
I have
Look,
a different relationship with my sister than most people have with their siblings. My sister went around raping people for 20 years.
No, of course.
I wouldn't sit on that.
Of course, but I was watching last night the there's a Netflix show about the FBI profiler tracking down the Unabomber. And eventually the Unabomber was caught because of his brother. The brother basically recognized the writing as being, oh, this is shit my brother always says, and the FBI was contacted, whatever. But, he struggled with, number one, admitting to himself that this was happening, and then number two, struggled with reporting it. I mean, when it's somebody that you're close with, I mean, people call each other, hey, you're my brother, meaning you are like the closest possible person to me, I mean, that's, brothers, yeah, they fight and stuff, but in general, people consider their brothers to be tight, and so it is difficult to, number one, admit that to yourself that that's happening with your brother, number two, take the action on it.
I get all of that, and I'm the guy who's been saying for a couple of weeks now, I don't want everybody to just run around with pitchforks and fires after. I'm not trying to say, let's take down Bob too, he had to know.
Right.
I'm just saying, if Siegfried went around raping people for 20 years, we'd probably want to hear a little more from Roy.
You mean as
Well,
in
but-
ratting him out, or?
No, I'm just like where like I don't think Roy would be able to. I mean, this is a weird analogy because of all the things that have happened with Roy, but I don't think when you're in a famous partnership. Like if fucking John Hall was going around doing this shit for 20 years, I don't think Oates would be able to slip out the back door quite so easily in public conversation.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. It does. It makes it tough though if it's like a family member. You don't want to add fuel to the fire, and you also don't want to possibly implicate yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my brother didn't. My brother's not a big talker, but at one point he was not a fan, and I think that if you asked him, he would tell you.
Like if you were doing bad stuff?
Yeah. Did I tell you he fucking reached out to me? I did, right?
You showed me the text.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
We talked a bunch now since
good.
then.
Good.
Yeah, he like... So I guess some things happened recently, and some people found out some stuff which made my story not seem so hard to believe.
Gave you some credibility.
So I got a stepmom phone call, and then like 3 months later, my brother, which means to me that's like my stepmom building up confidence to tell him the other stories.
Right.
Poor dude. But at the same time, I follow him on Instagram. He's got 3 amazing kids. He's an amazing dad. His life looks sweet. You know what I mean? Sure, he doesn't think his job is the greatest job in the world, but it's not all day. He goes home, he hangs out with his kids. Looks like he's, you know, riding BMXs and shit with them. He's a good dad. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, and you know
I'm
what?
so glad that he doesn't hate me. Boy, do I.
That's
feel way
important.
better. It is.
It is important to keep a good relationship with your siblings. I mean,
But it's also important to not lie to you. You know what I mean? Like you gotta... Because for a minute there, I remember just thinking, maybe I'll just tell everybody that I made it up. And then maybe those guys will be okay with me again.
No. You gotta be honest.
I'm just... When it takes a really long time, you start to think maybe...
Of course.
You know. I wasn't like I was actually putting a plan in action. I was just thinking...
Yeah.
Man, why don't you just shut the fuck up, Jason?
Yeah.
That way, this wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Because there was a time there where when I first came back, you realized later on that the whole room knew something that I didn't know. That isn't true. It's such a stinger. Some of those kids that were there, they're not kids, they're adults now. But they were kids when I lived in Australia. I know those dudes. They're little dudes. They're little Lee's friends, and now they're all grown up and they're vibing me because they think I lied about my father. It's my father, not your father, you cocksucker.
Well, you know,
it's a bad choice of words.
I had a guy that I knew very well die recently, and when that happens, it does put things in a little bit of perspective, at least temporarily.
Right.
And yeah, man, you gotta the people that really matter in your life. I believe you really have to work at those relationships. They're important, you know.
Yeah.
Really are.
You don't realize that until you're older, though.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are.
Or you don't realize that until somebody's gone, you know, and that's
Yeah.
and then it's too late, and it's you know it's cheesy or whatever to say, but it really is true. You know, you got to value those relationships while they are around.
Yeah.
It's Feel Good Friday! Woo!
Wait, we do Feel Good Fridays?
No, I'm sorry, I was getting it confused with another show.
Yeah. What's a good thing to do in Nashville?
Eat.
Okay, like fried chicken?
Yeah, barbecue.
Okay, so I should eat a lot of meat when I'm there.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, I'll meat it up.
Absolutely eat meat.
I'm pretty plant-based these days.
And you're
Whenever I'm lazy, I just go, yeah, sure, put it. If meat's in there, I'm not gonna dodge it.
Yeah, have a little fun. You know.
That is me having fun.
Eat some meat.
I don't know. There's a lot of statistics saying sugar's super bad for you, so that's the other part that I would like to do. Would be like to eat a lot of sugar when I'm away on a weekend. But I think I'm gonna start trying to avoid that. Just on what I hear, it's pretty bad. Wait. What chicken isn't hot?
Spicy.
Oh, spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Spicy chicken and meatball. Spicy chicken stick. Ooh. Oh man.
Some pickles and.
That guy from King of the Cage kept texting me while we were doing the show yesterday about this fight in 30 days from now And I don't want to. Honestly, I want to fight. I like fighting. I would like to have a fight at King of the Cage, and I would really like to fight in December because I know it's going to be at that place where it seats like 10,000 people, and that'll be a cool thing to do. But I don't feel like I would be in tip-top shape at all in 30 days. I don't really feel like being MMA Jason right now. You know?
Do it when
like I
you're
just
ready.
did MMA Jason the other day, and I don't really. I mean, it's not my job to be MMA Jason. So I said, and I didn't know who he was exactly. So he sent me a video of a fighter that looked like he didn't look like he was that fit either, but he looked like a good boxer. So it was, fucking easily getting knocked out. This dude's bigger than me. He's got a bigger reach. He looked like, to me, he would be a better striker. I just think that maybe I just think that I could probably win, be close, that's the problem when you're 46 and you want to fight. Everybody can beat you. You're old. You suck. So it's kind of we really want you to be on that card. And I'm like, I really don't want to get knocked out for Christmas. You know what I mean? So we both got a predicament here. Maybe if you pay me more, maybe, but anyway, he sent me, he seems like a nice guy, but he was sending stuff while we were doing the show. And it was like, I've got an email. What's your email? I want to send you this video of him. And I was like, get the email off the other King of the Cage guy, please, because I just felt like I don't know you that well, and I don't know if I want to give you my email. I'm just not sure about that, and somehow that, I think, got him off me, because I was gonna do it. Like, I sent the video of the guy to Eddie and Jasper was like, "You think you could beat him?" I was like, "Probably," but I think I got myself out of it, and then him not hounding me today made me think about it for a second. I'm like, do you want to do it? I do not want to do it. Would you do it? I would do it. In 30 days from now, I would walk out there and bite down on my mouthpiece and go for it. And I'm like, it's disrespectful to MMA, because I know all the dudes that really fight and really train, and they're in the gym every day, all the time. And then when they get called for a fight, they go in there and they do it. I don't have this is not my job, and I got to watch out for my brain too. So I only want to do it if it's super right and it's convenient for everybody around me. And like I said, pay me a lot of money to the point where it's like this. Obviously, I know I'm not as famous as a CM Punk or something like that, but pay me enough money where I'd be a fool not to go in there and do that. I mean, I've already put in enough MMA work. He's not going to kill me. He might beat me, but he's not going to kill me. But if it's just like to help you guys out and you're just going to pay me like I'm just some regular King of the Cage guy, just get a good guy to do your fight. Leave me out of it.
You shouldn't do it if you don't want to do it, and the money shouldn't have anything to do with that.
But there's this justification of it's 30 days and you're old, and it seems impossible as well. That's what seems tempting about it. And I know it's a terrible idea, because I almost lost that fight because I thought I could race a car the same day, and that did not help. When I tried to blow my lungs out warming up before that fight, I got tired. And because I hadn't eaten, because I couldn't get any food, because I went from the racetrack to the fight. Like I handled myself in an unprofessional manner, which almost caused my brain to be switched off.
I think you're attracted to things that are extra difficult needlessly.
I know. But even knowing it and still, I'm telling you, I hope he's not listening. He could still get me to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could still...
I don't know if you could do it, man.
If he sweetens the pot,
If he sweetens the pot by, like, saying that you probably couldn't handle this.
Well, that doesn't work.
I'm not... of amount of time.
Yeah. But he's saying that there's tons of guys that haven't signed up for a fight yet that'll be on that card. And I'm thinking, because they're in the gym all the time. And that's the other thing. I feel bad about all the people that are in the gym that want to fight, and I'm not in the gym right now. I don't feel worthy of a text message from anybody.
Yeah, just do away with all that and do what's best for you, and do it if it feels like the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Do it if you want to do it, not because it's difficult, not because anybody wants you to do it or any other thing.
Yeah, but there would also be. I think I could get in good enough shape to do 15 minutes for sure in 30 days. It will be vigorous. It will be tough. But I think there's a 60-70% chance that I go in there and knock this dude out in in the first 5 minutes in
You
front
said
of
he's a good
10,000
boxer.
people. Yeah.
So
But
there's also that chance he does that to you.
yep. Well, wouldn't want it any other way, really. I don't want anybody in there like where it's just like, hey man, just don't tell anybody, but you're pretty much just gonna destroy this dude. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Like I gotta.
Like I said, it's got to be difficult.
Yeah, but I also envision some serious glory, and I'm not gonna lie, I love that.
I know.
You know,
You love the
like
glory.
think about it, for bam, 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 and everyone's like, whoa, and then I'm all pa 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 pa, poof, and then he's like, rah, I fucking told you, motherfucker. I don't know who I'm talking to every time I do that, by the way.
Right.
I don't know who said that I couldn't, but I fucking told you that I could. And then that's it.
Your last fight was pretty much a perfect fight
No, it
because it
wasn't.
looked
It was
like you were
terrible.
going to get beat,
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
then you came back.
I don't call that a perfect fight.
I do.
I don't know why, but I would like to be like
You're a
Anderson
fighter.
Silva one time, where I was just like, whoa, bam, not bam. Like, I mean, you miss and then you get hit every time. Everyone's like, wow, that dude with the head tattoo is an incredible striker. It's just not gonna happen.
That's never going to happen. People want to see the Rocky fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Fans do. Maybe not fighters, but fans do.
Some fighters do, and they're stupid. Or they're gonna.
Or they will be someday.
Yeah, there you go. They took the words right out of my stupid mouth. It's true.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Yeah, the guy that they sent, I googled his name and I saw him fight, you know, that weird, almost mentally retarded kid that was going around trying to fight people all the time? He's got like a bunch of YouTube videos where he like picks fights with people in gyms and 24-hour fitness and shit, and then straight up tries to knock them out. But he might be mentally challenged. Like, he's a crazy guy. He came to the fucking Hollywood gym once and tried to fight a dude who's a legit dude who's like fucking 230, and the dude like chased him out of the gym, beating his ass. Then he claims he's undefeated, or if you hit him hard, he'll do like a timeout, and then you like, what, timeout? And then he'll hit you like Google him.
So he's got.
What's the dude?
So he's got
the Johnny, or the dude that has all those fight videos on YouTube where he's a boxer and he challenges people at 24-hour fitness and shit.
Oh, I forget.
And we need to get. Can we get these lights to turn? They're all just that wall's lit and nothing over here is lit.
Okay.
I'm in the dark.
We can spin them however you need.
Wait, I can do it.
Can I give you this? The folder that says ass will have 10 photos in it. One photo, it says like 9B or 9 part 2 is like the full picture of the dude, but you could guess it if you click that one. Don't click that one until after we do the
So
results.
so there's 9 and 9B.
Yeah, but there's 10 total people, so there's
Yeah.
11 files in there.
Did you hear that guy Tom Fine has got pretty serious cancer?
Oh, I did. I took a photo of it to thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Live read when we come back, and then Ask Masters.
Live read, then the shout out for that guy,
Yeah,
then Ask Masters.
Kevin and Will.
Guy's got terminal cancer.
Kevin and Will in for that as well?
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks for fixing the camera, Betsy.
I was just explaining to Kevin those pieces can pop off.
I can tell. I was looking at Kevin's face, and I'm like, get Betsy.
It was on a coffee rack.
He was in the same pocket as me. I was like, I don't. If I try fixing this, I will now stop talking completely. Like
Well,
I'm
I
bamboozled.
told her the team member because I couldn't get a good grip on it, so Andrew was the one who popped the piece up and popped it back. But I learned the trick from Alec.
Will still do the live read coming back. And then Kevin and Will, if you guys want to be in for Ask Masters.
Ass Masters, indeed.
Glad you clarified that.
Yes. It's not just a lifestyle. Just sickening pictures of dude butts.
Whoa. Khabib and Barboza added to 19.
Yeah, I think that's the December 30th show. Is that when Holm is fighting Cyborg?
Is it?
I think so.
Fuck, that's a good card.
I'm gonna go pick up this paper.
Huh?
Off the printer.
Oh, the whole reason Kevin, I texted you about Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
I just get stupid ideas and then don't know what I'm going to. They should run a contest, like for charity or something, where the winner gets one burp that becomes one of Rick's burps in a real episode.
So they burp, and then they just take the audio of the fan burping and.
Yeah, like somebody like does something like even a charity thing, and then a person records one of the burps from Rick's next season as well.
I like that. I was hanging out with one of my buddies when we were at Comic-Con this year, and I was like stretching, and I started talking while I was stretching like this, and he goes, "Holy shit!" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "That was the best Rick impression I've ever heard." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I tried to. I'm like, "Wait, I can do a Rick," and then I couldn't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. I know. I used to have a Jimmy Stewart like that, and as soon as I tried to do my Jimmy Stewart, I lost my Jimmy Stewart.
Are you gonna hype from in studio or?
It'd be easier to do it in studio.
I know, but he doesn't like that. How long do we have till happens? How long?
Yeah, who changed the clocks?
They have to be fixed. They're gonna be fixed over the weekend. Kevin's out today. He was like, "That's weird that they just switched by an hour," but it doesn't actually like mean anything. It's just the hours wrong.
But it just did it itself?
Yeah.
Both clocks.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it did it to the one out there too. So they're all clearly linked.
What are those? I didn't think those were like on the internet or anything. Like I thought you could tell that thing it was like 7:30.
Yeah.
Just be like a fucking watch.
Because it's supposed to be like perfectly in sync with the profit clock.
Yeah, it's a New York thing that they gotta fix them.
Weird.
What's happening this break afterwards?
Taskmasters.
And I should I'm going in for that?
Yeah.
Ow.
Is there any way you guys can kick me out of Beast Master? My session is stuck. I can't log on. Jarvis, yeah.
At Dish, they believe in the proof. They believe in the power of listening. They believe in it so much that Dish is the first TV provider to partner with another great listener, Amazon Alexa. Now with Dish, you can use Amazon Alexa to control your Hopper DVR using just your voice. With Dish and Amazon Alexa, you can do things like find your favorite show, search for family movies, or find your team's game in an instant. Tell Alexa to pause, resume and rewind live TV and recordings without having to touch a remote. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the new way to watch TV hands-free. With Dish and Amazon Alexa! Dish! Tuned into you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you. Requires internet connected Hopper or Wally, Amazon Echo, Echo Dot, or Amazon Tap. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish! Tuned into you. You know, I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes.
With Ben Shapiro, and then also another one recently where Joe Rogan, he does not like Caitlyn Jenner. And he has some pretty interesting points.
Such as?
Well, that, you know, he killed that lady, and no one seems to really, like, he didn't really do any time or anything for that.
She killed that lady.
Yeah. She killed that lady. Wait, he was a he when he killed the lady, though, bro.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think he had transitioned yet.
Yeah. So he killed the lady, and
but
she.
I thought retroactively you were always Kate. Like I thought Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, wait. From now on, she won the Olympics.
I think Caitlyn Jenner won the men's decathlon at the 1980 Olympics. Isn't that true?
Well, he was
Aren't
still
I an
named.
asshole if I don't say that?
I
He
don't
was
know.
still named Bruce. Bruce Jenner doesn't exist, so you'd have to go and arrest
That's
Bruce
right.
Jenner for that crime.
That's right.
So
Smart.
good luck with that.
Okay, well, maybe that's how he got out of it. But anyway, it just I know that they, you know, I mean, they have their little problems with transgender things, but I also feel like they have little problems with it because I feel like they kind of go above and beyond on the naming of stuff, and it gets confusing, and that can be frustrating and make me not want to be a part of your organizations because you know what I mean? No matter what I do, I'm always offensive because I can't keep up with whatever the fuck you're calling yourselves. I saw a video of Corey Feldman saying that he's in a movie that's coming out soon where he is a tranny. And I'm like, so did you do I thought to myself, not a lot of research went into this part because you play a transsexual. You can't say you play a tranny.
It's weird though that all the
Because they all agree.
sexuals in our kind of circles, like the friends of the show, they all like tranny is just
Yeah, I don't know.
that's all you hear.
I feel like there's only a couple of them, and I feel like that's them, and they're a little tougher than the average person, let alone lady. I mean, you're talking about Foxy and people like that.
Yeah.
Because I know they do say that.
Yeah.
I mean, they say the tranny awards.
Yeah.
I
think
know.
it's one of those things where if you take that word away, you can still be a bigoted asshole using the proper nomenclature or whatever.
I agree. I don't think it's not about
Sexual dummy.
It's not about the word. I was just bringing up that if you, I always assumed that if you were an actor and you studied for a role, that you did research on who you were when you were playing that part, and I would have felt that if he did any research that in the first 15 minutes of hanging out with transsexuals, they would have told him that tranny is like not that. It can be frowned upon.
I also feel like if you're the type of person that gets bummed out about transgender people or I have to call you she now,
That's really the worst part of your day. That was a fucking awesome day you just had.
No, then there's the other angle. That's the Ben Shapiro. People keep telling me that I'm going to ask Ben Shapiro to leave the studio. First of all, he isn't going to come on. But if he did come on, I would not ask him to leave the studio. I'm well aware of what he says and what his opinions are. If that was the case, why would I fucking want him on the show in the first place? Just to ask him to leave? Like, I know what he's going to say, and I know that it's a little bit of a razz. He likes to say that you're a man. You were born a man and you're a man. That's it. That's what I'm going to call you. I know you're being mean, and he knows he's being mean. He's a smart dude. It's just,
I don't think he has the intention of being mean. I think he has the intention of getting attention.
But isn't he trying to, like, poke?
I think it's both.
By,
but
continuing to...
more than that, he wants people to pay attention to him, so I'm going to say something that's politically incorrect. But also, yeah, people are tired of, like, trying to do the right thing and constantly being called out and set upon by the internet because they didn't use the right word.
Now you're talking about...
yesterday.
But you're talking about the internet. That doesn't count. I'm talking about the people of the world. Like, I feel like if you say... I've said tranny before in front of somebody where I found out later that they were offended. And I was like, look, I have close friends that are transsexuals. They say it, and she's like, "That's a part of the problem." And then everybody afterwards was like, "Look, we know where your heart is. Some people get offended, but we know that you didn't maliciously say that. So that's all I need to know." And it's pretty obvious when you're using it to be malicious. I feel like, or at least when you say it in a malicious way, it's like that kid that said white privilege when he got in the Uber. Did I only play that on my podcast?
You talked about it.
We talked about it. Yeah.
Okay, right. I felt like right there when he said that was fucking crazy out of line, and fuck that kid, and he knew it, and that's why he dropped an N-bomb 15 minutes later when he got booted out of the Uber, because he was ready to do that from the start. So you can read into it. When someone doesn't like transgender people and they call it a certain thing, or they want to call them a man, you know that they're not a fan. And sometimes that can mean that they are a fan and they're jealous that they haven't got the balls to try and go out with one.
I mean, you've used the word midget several times on the show within the last few months.
Yeah.
And what would like a wee man or I mean, to some people that are little people, that is.
Yeah, I've talked to wee man about it on the show. So he's a different guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy that doesn't care.
Yeah, but just because you have a black friend who tells you it's totally cool you use the N word, that doesn't mean that everybody feels that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But look, I think if you're trying to do the right thing, then people should accept the fact that you're trying to do the right thing. And if you're trying to do the wrong thing, then we all know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's...
See, you said, Will, that the internet and people are the same thing. I know what you're saying, and it's kind of true, but it's kind of not. Like,
it's like saying the government's made up of people.
Well, I feel like I could get myself in trouble saying certain things on Twitter that I would never get myself in trouble for talking to like actual human beings that I know.
Right, or even just a crowd of people.
Yeah. No, saying something on here and posting it on Twitter is two different things. And we're on the radio, and way more people are listening than on Twitter.
Right.
And you get away with if I posted things that I've said on the radio, I probably wouldn't have this job.
Oh, dude, the people who post the shit that I say on the show and they put it at the celebrity that I said it to, it looks fucking vile when it's just, and it is vile. But who was I
Wait,
talking
they put
to?
the person up?
Yeah, if I say,
Dude,
have you seen, Janet Jackson's fucked up face? It'll be, have you seen at Janet Jackson's fucked up face?
Oh, man.
And people, and there's been more than one time where, a guest has, assumed that is my Twitter.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, they find that one before they find... That little verification check would really go a long way. Thank you.
It apparently doesn't go very long.
But, I just don't... I find that internet outrage is... I don't want to say it's manufactured, but it's just sort of like, I do this, you do that. It's a Punch and Judy shit.
Yeah.
In real life, I don't know anybody who, if I don't know who I'd be talking to, I'd be like, so this tranny, right? But if I was, I don't know anybody who would be like, man, he must really have a fucked up opinion of the transsexual community. Like, I'm never gonna interact with that person, so I don't give a shit about that person.
Right.
That person really has got a lot of time on their hands. Must have a pretty sweet life. That's a big problem that actually boils their blood.
That does seem to. It seems to be that people argue about theoretical things more than actual things.
Yeah.
You know, because if this happened, just a group of people talking, I'm not like, whoa, slow your roll, pal. You know it's supposed to be this. You know, it's just people talking. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're just exploring the space.
Hey man,
that's all.
We're all just people.
Yeah, much like most issues, it would be nice if there was a happy medium we could live in. If you hate transgender people for some fucking reason, don't stress yourself out over something that affects you zero. And if somebody has good intentions and means well and accidentally says the wrong word, maybe don't burn the fucking house down over it.
I think that's actually the way that we live. I think we all know old people who are a little out of touch and have hearts of gold, but say inappropriate stuff sometime, and most of us just go, that's fucking. He would never act on that. It's actually not a big deal. There are real hateful people in the world. That if you're really so outraged about hate, focus your attention on the people who are actively pursuing hate, not Grandpa Fred.
Right.
Who occasionally makes a gook joke or whatever. Like,
right.
You know, I think most of the people do live in the middle. It's just they don't tweet about it very often.
Right.
I'm so middle.
As vanilla as pudding.
Speaking of asses.
Does this have an intro?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't have an intro. But
for all the effort you went to, I would have thought you would.
But Andrew can sing a metal song about it.
Or there can be a fucking Hate Bean or Cool Bean song.
Or you can rap, or you can just hype it up.
Or, yeah, I feel like I've been punished enough over the past couple days with.
Why? What happened?
Well, I also had to post Will's Craigslist for what we're doing in the latter half of the show. I've gotten hundreds of emails over the past
hundreds.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Man,
crazy.
I got none.
I got 0 too.
All right. Well, let's just get to that.
There were a lot of emails.
Should we just do
Craigslist? No. We can start with Ass Masters.
All right, we'll do the intro.
Jason and Tully think they know people's butts. And it's not like it's a dog's face that's a mutt. They're guessing butts and asses. No holes. Just try to get your booty on the roll. It's a game. We're a radio show. Just blow on the mic. That's not the sound that you like to hear. This is not good. This doesn't set it up at all.
You know, I was dying to see where that was gonna go, and I'm really bummed out that you robbed me of that.
Did it ultimately never go anywhere?
But this proves that you do get better with practice, because that was way better than your first rap.
I disagree.
I would say that's 10,000 times better.
I would say that's the worst one he's ever done.
It's up there.
Wait, 2 words almost rhymed.
Yes, but he's rhymed before, several times before. He
So
managed to miss it all.
This game started, one of our creative meetings, I think Tully threw out the idea of like, yeah, Jason and I know friends of the show just by their butts.
Yeah, no, he did not say that.
That's how it went down.
Yeah,
how'd it go down?
I think I had the name Ass Masters, and I kind of worked backwards from there.
Yeah.
Tully was like,
yeah, that's how I remember it.
I'm always looking at people's ass.
Yeah, no, we came in and we were like, man, we can't stop looking at all our friends' asses. Is there anything you can come up with, Andrew, that can be a radio bit and soothe our thirst for how knowledgeable we are on our friends' butts?
Our friends' butts are like snowflakes.
Yeah.
I like catching them on my tongue.
Well, however we got to the idea, it morphed into, let's have Andrew shoot texts out to all the friends of the show asking for bare ass shots. And then Jason, Tully, Kevin, and Will will see if they can name which friend of the show that is just by their butt.
More than even the game, I want to hear the story about these people after the game is over.
So I ended up shooting texts out to probably like 30 or so friends of the show. And once I started doing that, Jason, I shot you an email being like, hey, if any of your friends like don't have my cell phone number, and somehow, because my text was pretty generic in the sense like, hey, it's Andrew with Ellis. We've got this bit where Jason and Tully think they can figure out the friend of the show just by a picture of their bare ass. So if you want to participate,
Thank you for making up that lie and then spreading it to every
Yeah.
single person.
That's
that
I-
we won't do.
Tully says he can pick your ass out of
Wait,
the
did you
crowd.
really say that to people?
yeah,
But we didn't say that.
I thought that's what you guys said when we came up with it.
Oh boy, we gotta see that outgoing text.
I don't think I'm going to
Wow.
be really good at this.
I thought you guys were like, oh yeah, we would know these people's butts any day of the week. So, but I was a little
We need a
concerned.
stenographer around.
Yeah,
here.
I know, right?
We really do. A full-time stenographer.
Yep.
I don't even know what that word means, but I agree.
That's a little lady, and it's always a lady.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Who sits in court and just
Yeah.
types, but for some reason her typewriter only needs like 3 letters.
Yeah, and her fingernails are way too long to be typing in.
All right, so here's the text verbatim. Hey, blank, it's Andrew with Jason Ellis. Strange question, but we're doing a bit on the show where friends of the show send in pictures of their bare ass, and Jason/Tully try to guess who it is. We'd love to see you participate, so if you want to send me a bare ass pic, that'd be great.
Let me see them cheeks, homie.
If not, that's cool too.
Hashtag spread them for me.
The
Bonus
pic,
points for a predator.
the pic wouldn't be shared outside of the show. Thanks again. And so that was it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like we said we know everybody's bare ass. So that's okay.
How did you spell bear?
B-A-R-E.
Okay.
So I then shot you an email, Jason, just in case friends would be like, hey, Jason, supposedly this number says it's your producer and he's asking for shots of my ass. Are you guys doing this?
Your producer's sliding into my DMs.
I laughed.
So
You texted back and said no.
I said go for it, and then laughed my ass off, knowing that he was going to text Keith Jardine to ask if he could see his naked ass. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't do that.
So there are 10 guys
Yeah.
replied with their
Oh.
pictures back.
It's so.
So the game is now to see if you can guess, the rest of the show can guess which friend of the show this is when Tully puts the picture up on the TV screen.
Ass number 1!
Ass
This is-
1.
This is a coy little bottom.
And I will then, if you
Oh
guys
my
don't
goodness.
get it right, I will give you 4 possible friends of the show that it could be.
It's not a bad butt. It's not like a ripped muscular one, but it's not bad at all.
Is it a girl's ass?
It's smooth.
No. I'm getting a little Catherwoody.
I was thinking
I don't think you'd
about
have those
that.
towels though, because it is like a.
Is it a towel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a dark butt. It's a tan one.
I can't help but notice a wedding ring as well.
Yeah.
Looks like a girl's hand.
I want to say I would expect Catherwood to have a slightly more ripped butt than that, but I can't think of who else it would be if it wasn't him. I think I'm gonna guess Mike Catherwood for every butt that's not disgusting.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go with Catherwood as well. That definitely looks.
Strong words from the butt judge.
I
Yeah.
really don't think he'd have that towel.
It's not a towel. I see a button on it.
That's what I was
It's a
thinking.
weird. It's one of those
yeah.
weird.
Oh, he'd have a weird shirt like
Yeah,
that.
it's a
sure.
weird button-up
Oh,
shirt. It's
yeah.
Catherwood.
Yep,
You're right,
yeah,
yeah.
Catherwood.
All right, it is either Brendan Schaub, TJ Lavin, Aubrey Marcus, or Mike Catherwood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, you
Yeah,
got.
going Catherwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we said.
Well, you guys are fucking great at this game. And funny, Catherwood shot me the picture back 5 seconds after I sent him the
Oh
text.
shit! He probably told Drew to keep talking for 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was on the air.
Bathroom. What are you? He's in the middle of an office doing
He
this.
just did like the finger rolling thing to Drew.
This happened in studio with Dr. Drew.
Of course it
Of
did.
course it did. This is the
Yeah.
thing he's been waiting for his entire life.
Yeah.
The view that Drew's been waiting for the last 15 years.
Is that Drew's hand holding up his shirt?
Drew took a picture.
Can I get a butt from Drew too?
No way.
Let's see.
He's a doctor, for Christ's sakes.
So, butt number 2.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh man, this is starting to get tough.
Yeah.
Catherwood had a nice ass.
That is a pale, hairy ass.
I'm not sure what's going on here. This is the worst world. This is the worst. This is the worst game ever. I really hope everybody listening is enjoying it because this is fucking tough.
The hair looks like soft and downy and it's like evenly.
I'm saying, God damn it, I'm saying it's Dingo's ass. Wait.
Like if I had to have sex with a man's ass, there's something sort of like 70s vag about this one.
I think it looks like that trick when you put your arms together and you try and like pass off the The arm cleavage is a butt crack.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
so bummed on this ass. I can't look at it anymore.
I don't think it's dingo.
It's the silhouette of two people kissing.
It's
I
so
think.
bad.
I'll guess.
I can give you guys names.
Okay, give us the name.
Wait.
I'll guess Lavin.
I'm gonna guess hot dog.
I think Lavin's got a better ass than this, though. I was thinking the dog, too.
Dingo! I got dingo.
This is so bad.
All right,
It's like
it is
two
either
potatoes.
Who?
Sal Masakela,
This whole time, we had no idea. The back of his ass is completely white.
There's vitiligo just on his ass.
That's why you never see him with that snowmobile on.
He never shows his ass.
Yeah, good point.
Sal, Dingo, Hot Dog, or Ben Glebe.
I'm so bummed out.
I picture Ben
I
Glebe
keep
has to
looking
wear-
up and I'm getting more bummed and bummed. I'm like, no.
I can't believe that Hot Dog wouldn't have any, because it's kind of a hairy butt, kind of hairy legs, but not a hairy lower back. Maybe Hot Dog's just such a young man that hasn't come in yet. I got that in my later plan. I'm going to go with the dog.
Yeah, I'm sticking with hot dog.
You know what? I'm gonna join you
Or maybe
guys
Sal.
because
Yeah.
this is clearly
Sal's worth 2 points. In this.
this is clearly someone with no inhibitions whatsoever.
He's bent over a little bit.
Yeah.
There are 10 people who sent us photos of their ass, and you're
I
saying
know.
this guy has no
I
inhibitions?
think you'll see varying shots.
Yeah, I thought it was Dingo, but I just don't. I feel like I've seen Dingo's back more, not his butt, but I've definitely seen the bottom of his back more at spas, and I thought he had back hair, and this guy doesn't.
No butterfly tattoo there.
Well, wait, Dingo doesn't have a tramp stamp, does he?
Oh no, I don't know.
No, he's got like weird fucking wiener schnitzels on his hip or something. Yeah, I think you're right too. I think it's Hot Dog.
So is everybody Hot Dog
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
Kevin? Okay,
No, I'm
Kevin's
Hot
Hot
Dog.
Dog also. That's Dingo's ass.
Oh!
I had it! Son of a bitch!
Not too shabby.
There is some controversy with ass number 3. I'm not sure it's really his ass.
Okay. Well, so we'll take a look at it. Okay.
There's a jockstrap tan line on it.
I know.
That's like Schwarzenegger's Mr. Universe
A
ass.
tan tight flex. That's
Mike, what was that? Magic Mike?
Mike
type
Dolce. Is it
ass?
Mike Dolce's ass?
Cheryl Ladd.
I mean, we don't know anybody that wears those undies. It's Ben Glebe sent it, didn't
Sal
he?
Masakela. Oh, so is it just who sent this one?
I don't believe this
Mike
is an
Catherine.
actual...
Because it's not fucking anyone we know. Ben Glebe sent you
It's a
this.
fucking Robert Mapplethorpe.
It could either be Sluggo, Thomas Hayden Church, Forrest Griffin, or B.J. Baldwin.
Oh, it's Forrest Griffin. Yeah. Forrest is a funny guy.
I'll go,
It might actually be his ass. Tanned it up. He tan-lined it for us.
man. Shit.
Sluggo would love to show you his ass.
I passed somebody the other day on the freeway who had a vanity plate that said spray tan.
Wow.
I'll take Sluggo on this one.
I'm gonna go with TJ Lavin. He's an option.
He's not an option. Thomas Hayden Church, Sluggo, Forrest Griffin, B.J.
Oh.
Baldwin.
Man, it's Thomas or it's Forrest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Forrest.
You are all incorrect. That is a B.J. Baldwin submission.
Oh, you pussy, BJ. You fucking
See,
pussy.
Thomas wouldn't have.
He's
gone
just
on
weird.
the internet.
He's
searching
weird 'cause he knows I'm
down
bi,
there,
Andrew.
attach
Right.
it to an email.
That's why I didn't
And I'm
pick
not
him.
entirely sure Forrest would either.
Right.
Ass number 4.
Man.
Oh, is it the dog? It's the dog.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, so
God
describe
damn,
it for us,
dude.
Dolly.
That is a mess.
That is the saddest. That is the saddest pair of underwear. Just everything.
Drooping down.
Everything about it's just like fucking fuck it.
Looks like he could use a wipe.
Party.
Oh, God. Or is
That-
that a shadow, or is
Looks like
that
a
a
guy
stain?
who's jerking off with one hand while his other hand's in a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Oh, he's putting his penis in a hole in the dresser
He's
drawers there.
packing a bowl on the top of the dresser drawer and he's about to eat some Cheetos. That's Hot Dog's ass.
You know what? I've really underestimated Dingo and overestimated Hot Dog, because before I thought it was Hot Dog and it was Dingo. This, I would guess, is
Yeah,
Dingo.
I would have said it was
It's
Dingo, yeah.
clearly Hot Dog.
Yeah.
I will give you 4 names. Doug Benson, Jude, Sam Tripoli, Dustin Ibarra.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Okay.
no, that makes
Oh.
it tough.
I go Tripoli.
That's what I was going to say, too.
It's Ibarra.
I feel like Tripoli's ass would be hairy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, good. That's a terrific point, but I'll stick by my guess.
It's
Yeah.
Ibarra.
Who else is in it?
Doug Benson, Jude, Tripoli, or Dustin Ibarra.
There's no way Doug sent us his ass.
I know, right? Because that's Doug's ass. If that's an ass,
yeah, I know.
that's Doug's ass.
I agree with that, but I'm gonna have to stick Tripoli.
Yeah.
I think Doug would send us an ass.
I'm saying it's Doug because I think Doug would give you a lazy ass.
I'm gonna go.
Wait,
with
Doug doesn't
Tripoli
have
as
anybody
well.
who would take the back of that photo. Maybe he does. Fuck it, I'm saying Doug.
Will?
I said Sam.
That is it is Sam Tripoli's ass.
Yeah! On the board.
He must have
Poor
just shaved
girlfriend
it.
had to take that photo, huh? It's for work!
Wow.
Ass number 5.
This is a great game.
Oh my god.
This is a terrible game.
Side view?
I know, what is this? You trying to show me your dick?
There's some tasteful bush in that.
God damn it! Is that fucking Keith Jardine?
Did Tyler Posey mangina himself for this?
I feel like he looks buff on the side,
Is
kinda.
he wearing leg warmers? I'm going Posey.
Yeah, those undies are a bit of a tell, I feel. Looks like the person is fit.
I don't know where you're getting that from. Yeah, I guess the lights.
Mainly the ass.
But
See,
are those like blue with snowflakes?
No, maybe they're just like shark undies or something.
Okay.
I've got 4 names for you.
Okay.
Forrest Griffin,
Could be him.
Joel Mills,
It's not him.
Mike Dolce, or Mike Jasper.
Wow.
Wow.
Fuck. It's Dolce or it's say the names again?
I'm going with Jasper.
It's Forrest, Joel Mills, Dolce, or Jasper.
I think it's Forrest because I think it looks like a UFC bathroom. And he's got nothing.
Got big legs.
I'll go Dolce.
Like strong legs.
Yeah, I know.
I love knowing that means you texted each and every one of them.
I know.
Will,
That's insane.
Will, who's your guess?
I'm saying it's Forrest.
Wait, what was the last one?
It's Forrest, Joel, Dolce, or Jasper.
Jasper.
And I'm Joel.
That is a point for Will. That is Jasper.
I just said Jasper ass!
Why is he trying to show the fucking side thing, Jasper, you weirdo? Oh, I know why. He shows the back of your ass, you're going to see the injury.
Also, you're not going to see...
You're going to see that his ass, one ass cheek's not the same size because of that. He snapped his fucking hamstring. I bet you that's why. Because you'd be like, I'd go, oh, that's a crippled ass.
But also, if you show ass from the side, you're not really seeing ass. You're seeing...
Yeah, Will came here for ass.
He's trying to show pubes. I can see pubes fucking...
Yep.
I feel like he's hitting on me.
At the midway point of Ass Masters, who is our reigning Ass Master?
Will has 3 points. Kevin and Tully have 2 points. Jason has 1 point. Ass number 6.
Come on, man. Man, it's a sweet little zit on your innocent young ass.
Too close for comfort.
I know, right? That is a young... that's a young man's ass right there. I know, right? That's got to be a hot dog ass.
What biological role do ass pimples play? Why did that happen?
Whoever this is has a very long ass crack.
It's to keep us procreating.
It does seem like its ass goes up his back.
It's like his ass got ass cracked for days.
He's got ass back.
It goes up between the shoulder blades.
Just the way the picture's cropped.
Right, obviously. Who is this
Two lovely little
incredibly... Who's this handsome man's butt? Who's potential?
It could be Hot Dog, Theo Vaughn, Small Hands, or Rob Corddry.
That ain't...
Yeah.
Nah.
Hot dog.
Yeah, me too. It's hot dog's ass.
Less hairy than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
That is points for Will, Jason, and Kevin. That is Hot Dog's ass.
Yes! I know you're a little ass, hot dog. Or a big, long ass, whatever.
Ass number 7.
Ass number 7!
Small hands?
What the fuck? There's a big tattoo on the side. Looks like some script writing.
Is that small hand?
This is almost like that forced perception stuff, because that's... The way the ass is being stuck at us is very strange.
It's like a fisheye view of an ass.
Well, and they stood
J-Lo.
They stood with their back to the mirror and then had to contort their body around to point their camera at it, not realizing obviously they could have just held their camera up over their shoulder.
Is that Eddie's ass?
This person did say, I have no idea how girls do this. That was his first text to me after sending me the picture.
It's Aaron.
This is a very fit...
Oh, Aaron knows exactly how girls do all of it.
Yeah, and that looks like a bigger midsection than small hands.
Plus, I'd imagine you'd have more tattoos.
Yeah.
I will give you Kit Cope, Aubrey Marcus, Dave Boyce, or Donald Schultz.
Oh, it's Boyce.
I think it's Aubrey.
I think it's Boyce as well.
He looks too tan.
It's Boyce, and when you tell me
Boyce
I'm
is
right,
too
I'll-
pasty.
And when it's Boyce, I'll tell you how I know.
Wait, this is but this person has been wearing a bikini to get tan.
It doesn't have a Speedo
Sluggo.
tan line.
Oh, it's Sluggo's ass. No, but it. Wait, say the names again.
Kit Cope, Aubrey Marcus, Dave Boyce, Donald Schultz.
I mean, it has to be Aubrey. It's like that floor looks super expensive. Looks like super clean, but it looks super small, which makes me want to think it's Dave because of his little fucking house lagoon, Canada. Everybody's little, and it looks like I've been in that shower. He's got heated floors. I remember that. I was like, man, you fucker.
Boyce is what I'm gonna go with.
I got Boyce all the way.
Yeah, I'm saying it's Aubrey though.
I'm Boyce as well.
That is a point for Tully, Will, and Kevin. That is Dave Boyce.
And I know because you are looking at the shoes of the Canadian distributor of New Balance.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Will, you stay in the lead with 5 points.
Dave, you spray tanning homo.
Picture number 8.
He's not going out in the Canadian beach to get that tan.
I thought
This is a fighter picture.
Looks like
So
you're
it
pissing.
is
Oh, I know who it is.
fighter.
Man. Wow, he went for it, huh?
Jardine's ass looks
Yeah,
like?
that's what I think it is.
I will give you
It's
Jardine,
not Shub.
He just pulled his
Forrest
pants.
Griffin, Tim Kennedy, or Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the Dean of Mean's ass.
Jardine!
Thanks for playing our game, Jardine.
Yep.
You guys are right.
Man, Jardine just dropped trout, just so everybody knows at home. He was like, oh, you guys need a photo? And just fucking, you didn't, his pants went around his fucking ankles.
Yeah.
Boom, there it is.
He's gonna-
Perfect timing. I was just about to take a piss.
How can he do that?
Oh!
Ugh.
Why would you do that?
Well,
Why would you take a mystery photo of your ass with your face in
I
it?
apologize. I thought that part 2 came after 9. Andrew, that's totally my fault. Andrew totally warned me. I think I would have guessed that this was Small Hands from
I don't think anybody would have missed this
the
one.
tattoos and all of the musical equipment. There are 3 guitars and a
The
keyboard.
Burning Angel logo in the background.
Plus, I also know that ass from every time I open it.
Joanna Angel's face on the couch.
yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Alright,
So
we'll
yeah,
go to-
Aaron sent me his ass.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing our game.
Lastly,
Fucking Aaron.
number 10. Yeah.
Oh!
There's some dick.
Oh my God!
Why would you do that to us?
Why?
Cockmasters is next week.
God damn
Oh
it.
my God!
How did they get their dick to hang down?
Whoever I
There's no nutsack.
Whoever I know, I don't want to know anymore.
So this person's been castrated.
That's not anybody we know.
Yeah, close your thighs. Stand like a lady.
It's Ben Glebe.
Is it Shub?
I'm giving you.
Shut the-
No. It's
Shop's all brown and shit.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, I'm assuming anyway.
Who do we know with a hairy ass who would send a
the
picture of their
It's not-
comedian.
Oh, it's Theo.
Sam.
That's Theo Von.
It is either TJ Lavin, Kit Cope, Sluggo, or Theo Vaughn.
It's Theo Von.
Theo.
He's so fucking hideous.
Is it Theo?
Yeah, well, so I can hear him
Yeah,
again.
I gotta go with Theo. He seems like the only one that'd be weird enough to include a schlong.
TJ Lavin, Kit Cope, Sluggo, Theo Vaughn.
Unfortunately, I know Kit Cope's ass, like bare naked ass, and he has chicken legs.
Right.
So it can't be his. That's and goddamn you, Kit. If you put your dick on here, I hate you. But because that bit I haven't seen, but Theo just seems gross and weird enough to just be like, yeah, here you go, bro.
But he was still, even though you can't see his face in it, and he knew that we would treat this with the utmost privacy, careful enough to jerk off before he took the photos.
Oh, he half chubbed it. Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not dangling. It's pointing
No,
forward.
he came and then he took the picture.
And he's using a
The
hand
fucking
to
head,
point it down.
the head has created separation from the shaft.
We have separation.
Yeah, you're a gross man, Theo Vaughn.
That is a point for nobody. That is Kit Cope.
Oh my God!
I think he just found this off of like Google Images.
No, I don't. No, that right leg is actually kind of thin. You can see it going down to that little, those little cats.
He's totally the guy that would chub up
Okay,
too.
are we gonna destroy all
Oh,
this
you
evidence
suck
now?
so bad, Kit.
Does this get
So
destroyed?
bad.
This will get
So
destroyed.
bad, dude. That's
I did want to read you Thomas Hayden Church's response to my text.
I'll go ahead and double delete this.
He responded with, "Thanks for the ass invite, bro, but things are a bit crazy right now. Leaving for Bulgaria Sunday for 2 weeks. Sending my adoration to all parties. Adios." So he didn't want to participate.
Yeah, I reached out to Dustin Ibarra, and I think he now is convinced that I'm gay and have a crush on him.
cool.
Yeah.
You obviously spelt it all correctly when you sent the text.
Yeah, I was like, hey, this is like a weird text I got to send one of my buddies, but, we're doing a game with asses. And he's like, why do I feel like this is a trap? I'm like, trust me, man. You can just send it to Andrew. This is just... And then nothing.
Well, you certainly do.
Oh, what a friend.
Very, very homosexual, and as we all know, Dustin Ibarra is catnip for the gays.
Well, Dustin's doing a big family television show.
Right, he doesn't want us to start exploiting his bare ass on social media because that's really what he thinks we're up to.
No, but that would be a bad thing, I believe, for him if his ass was out there.
Like 4 episodes into Kevin Probably Saves the World.
Yeah.
Yeah, the showrunners are going to be like, look, man, you represent an ABC family here. You don't need your hairy ass all over the place.
It is a very family show.
Okay.
It's good, but it's family.
Okay.
I was supposedly going to get asses from a couple other people. Do you guys want to know who else said yes they
Sure.
would do it but didn't? Forrest said he would send me his ass.
Yeah.
And Rob Corddry apparently was going to send me his ass, but never got around to it.
Not too late.
Along with Donald Schultz. So I could be getting some more butts on my phone.
Keep us posted,
I will do that.
Yeah.
Jude said that his ass looks like the Holocaust and did not want to participate.
Respect.
So we had that discussion in person.
Now I really
It's kind of a
wanna see
brutal.
his ass.
I know, right? It's a brutal way to.
And I
kill your
showed
ass.
him like Tripoli's ass and Dingo's and hot dogs. He's like, my ass is way worse than theirs.
Yeah, no,
So-
I believe that. Just judging by his underwear.
At some point, maybe we should have a worst ass contest.
Didn't we just do that?
No. I mean,
Yeah,
those were the
hot
good
dog
ones.
won.
Those were the good ones.
Yeah, I'm so bummed I didn't get to see any black asses.
I asked Sal.
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't get a response.
Did you? You didn't ask Demetrius Johnson, did you?
No.
All right.
He was the only one I didn't ask.
I was like, man, do not ask on my behalf. That's for sure. I do not know you anymore. So anyway, let's just do this ad shit. Because you got hundreds of emails.
That's what
I got. Because I got. You want to break it down to everybody what we did? Because
Yeah,
we posted some stupid shit on Craigslist, and one's supposed to be sexual, and one's supposed to be, what was it supposed to be?
Like looking for friends.
Looking
like
for
platonic.
friends.
Yeah.
So I posted looking for friends, and I posted to be in a gangbang.
Like
I
to
think-
join a pre-existing one or to organize your own?
No, I'm into gangbangs. I didn't really put that much effort into it. I didn't really know what to do. I just said that I pretty much just tried to be as gay and as hoary as possible. I'm super hoary. I'm into anal and top and bottom. I feel like gangbang. You got to be versatile, right? So nobody cared about that. But I think maybe I was too hoary and people were like, it's a trap.
it was written by a narc.
But then I was told to be a friend, so have a one where I don't have any friends. So I put an ad out to have some friends and said that I don't have any friends and live by myself because I suffer from Tourette's and I say some pretty gnarly stuff. So I did have some people. I got 2 people that hit me up. The 41-year-old gay black guy in Culver City loves rock music, westerns, and going to museums. Or just sitting around watching TV eating junk. You can call me all the names you want. I would love it. I'm not going to say his name. But that guy would love to come over to my house and eat some potato chips and watch a game while I
That's nice.
insult him verbally with like strange things all the time.
It's got to be a little tempting.
And then another person said, your title of your post is quite heartbreaking. I don't know you, but I wouldn't call you a loser. and then he says his name, so he wants to be my friend.
Aw,
Because I said that I was a loser. You know what I mean? Because I just sit around saying really profound things.
That's nice.
Nobody wanted to gangbang me though. I'm pretty bummed out about that. I figured for sure I was gonna show you guys how it was. You know, me as the only like half gay guy on the show, I was gonna show you how it's done. But apparently, I do not know how to connect with the gay community.
It's for work, honey.
Yeah. Well, even if it wasn't, I'm still allowed to do it.
Right.
I can read my sexual post and the replies that I got. I got a couple.
Please.
So my post read, My two holes have been partially filled before, but I'm hoping you are up to the task with a deep dick or two. I need more than a 1 minute man, but could settle for 5 1-minute men if you know what I mean. I mean I can take dick. If I seem talkative here, don't worry. Your dick in my mouth won't allow me to talk when we're fucking. Hit me up. So I got a bunch of replies.
Oh, now I know why. Yours is way better than mine. I didn't say anything like that.
That sounds good. Send me more info and pics. I'm recently getting divorced, but still getting horny. That's why I need someone to fuck. I can host you without any problem. Contact me. You will give me your address here. Another one was, would love to meet, and I like to do everything you will allow. Another one was, married but unhappy. I stay in near the post office. Where you at? I'm at work right now, but can meet you right now as well.
Oh, man.
If you want to play, hit me back. I got a free now, ? Husband away, and I want to play right now. I can host. Then I got a wow, call me. Very interested in your Craigslist post. And then I also got another one, married but unhappy. Where you at? I'm at work, but I can meet you later.
Wait a minute. So they sent you the same message twice?
Slightly different. But yeah, so I got a couple sexual posts. I ended up posting Will's. And Will's got a ton of replies, both his like sexual one and his friendship one.
Man, what did you do to make it happen like that?
Will's got to read what his posts were.
Yeah,
they were good.
Please do. I would think like when people answer the sexual stuff, unless somebody is naive enough to think that, you know, this is the first time I've ever answered a Craigslist ad, but I just feel like I have this connection with you. You have to be expecting a prostitute to write back to you, right?
To reply to your ad?
No, if you say, hey, fill all my holes, you know what I'm talking about? That's right, you fuck me, let's do it, big boy. If you write and go, I'm super interested, let's hook up, when the person who posted the ad replies to your reply email, you have to imagine it's going to be a prostitute, right? If you get a reply?
You'd think.
I don't know.
I mean, there were...
I mean, one of my porn sites that leads me to believe there's lots of horny milfs in my immediate area.
There were like a ton of emails that Will and I both received for our sexual posts that were just like, I'm interested, call me, or I'm interested, here's my email.
I got spam people.
So I didn't like include those in the list of those here, but like there were, I mean, I was looking at like 200 replies for both of our ads.
Wow. It's like 200 more than I got.
All right, here's mine. Hey, baby. What a lovely set of arms you have. What you say that you wrap them around me and give me a taste of that sweet bear claw. I will butterfly kiss your hot pocket and then perhaps drive my Johnny drumstick into your tunnel of love. If you know what I'm saying, wink. If your boner graveyard is ready for my sexy skeletal remains, send a photo. We'll take this clam hammer to Tangtown. My stinky Twinkie needs a dunk in your badly packed kebab. No weirdos.
None of these make sense. Wait, any replies to that?
No weirdos!
I got a bunch of them. Let's see if there's any interest. I'm female. I can host. You come to my house. I'm serious. Are you? I'm just going to put it out there like this. I'm chubby and horny. I want sex. I'm 30 years old. If interested, need condom. Email.
Is this a girl?
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Oh, I thought we were only supposed to try and get dudes.
Yeah, I know.
I hope you don't mind me asking how old you are, and can I have a pic? Want to tongue sweet as much and more. Still up here, very real. Very real.
That's definitely a real person. He said so twice.
Ready to meet now. Can host at my home. Meet in public place. That sounds good. 2 + 2 ? Answer me or ask me short question here. How old are you? What is your name? I'm hypersexual, so I love to fuck for hours.
And the list goes on.
Wait,
and
that's a
on.
girl?
I was thinking
That
about
should be-
you in the shower today. If you are not a robot, then at first mail me here. And then there's one with a lot of emojis in it that I just can't read through because I don't speak emoji.
Did anybody ask for clarification on your nonsensical double entendres?
Nope.
See, that's the
They
thing
all
that's
know what I want.
pretty weird about this. Is that what it is? If a guy says he's looking for girls, he just gets a bunch of stuff back from bots and prostitutes?
I don't know.
It's just so weird that not one person wrote back to you and was like, yeah, I want your clam hammer.
yeah, I mean, well, this person states that they are very real. So I'm thinking that it's a real person.
And no one asked if your kebab meant your dick or your butthole? Because context clues would lead me to believe that the kebab is your butthole.
No,
but
no,
kebab can't
that's, it's a vagina. It's a poorly packed kebab.
Yes.
That's what, if you were listening carefully.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, you're good at this, Tully.
See, I was wondering why I didn't get any replies on either of mine, which both seem like winners, and now that I click on them, I see both of my postings were flagged for removal.
That's what happened to... Fuck!
You can write
I didn't do anything.
almost anything on Craigslist.
I didn't do anything. I thought my shit was really tame. Like, the name of the game was supposed to be who can get the most replies, so I could have thought of funny shit, but I really was like, what is something that is going to get people writing to me? And I'll fully admit, I half cheated. I just put a thing up, broken, desperate, selling my panties, $20. And it was this whole thing, well, I never thought it would come to this, but not what I moved to Hollywood for, but it's either this or move home, wink emoji. There's like 15 wink emojis in it. May have gone overboard with those. And, yeah, I hope this gets lots of replies. I may not have a job, but hey, at least I have lots of panties, wink emoji. I know a female comic who, as a test, put up a thing saying she was selling her panties that they'd all been pooped in. And she said that she got legitimate replies, and like 3 people were like, yes, I will pay you money. And she's attractive, but she did not post a photo of herself. So I thought this was an absolute sure thing. How come she can post a thing saying I pooped in my panties and they're for sale? I can't just be an all-American girl selling my slightly moistened underwear.
Not enough poop?
The problem is, like, if this was... Is this under, like, the classified by section of Craigslist or, like, meeting someone?
No, I put it in... It seemed like this was a woman for male kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put it next to, like, selling a Dyson.
I mean, if they're looking for, like, commerce, this would be commerce.
Is that
But,
why
like,
it got flagged for him? I mean, come on, Craigslist.
I don't know.
Hey, you put your shitty undies in the wrong heading.
Okay, so tell me why this one got flagged for removal. My friend once said, who wants to pretend to be the Sonic guys with me?
That's it?
If you click on this, then I don't need to explain. The commercials get you. The burgers, the tater tots, the Sonic blasts. Personally, I'm a Butterfinger guy. But when you go there alone, there's just something missing. So who wants to be my Sonic drive-in buddy? I go to the Anaheim location. A lot. I'm available for weekday lunches and some weekends. Not sexual at all, but don't want my wife to know. She thinks I'm weird enough as it is. We don't have to pretend to be the actual guys from the commercial. We can just be regular friends. But if we do, I want to be the guy who looks like a middle-aged unemployed baby.
Why would you get flagged for that?
Right?
I don't know. That's very odd.
I mean, I feel like Will was way more offensive.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
That's crazy.
Sounds personal.
I didn't even click. I was just like, nobody's writing to me. I don't know. Maybe these were flagged very quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe Orange County's Craigslist is a little bit more conservative. Because I looked, there's no Sonic anywhere remotely here. So I had to post that one in the Orange County Craigslist.
Weird. Kevin?
Well, my horny one was I tried to pose as like a guy who lived a closeted religious life, and then finally decided to just go with it.
Yeah.
So it's like looking for a dude for a weird night, lived a very sheltered Roman Catholic life until I opened my eyes and decided to live life my own way. And now I have a lot to catch up on, so let's do it all. Fuck my man pussy and jizz in it.
Oh, God.
You fucking idiot.
Too many of
Yeah, you can't. You have to.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
Bring a buddy and sword fight in my mouth.
Oh.
Dribble hot wax down my hard dick like you're putting ketchup on a hot dog. I want piss. I want farting. Maybe something so weird I've never even thought of it, like taking a crap on my head or shoot mustard up my ass and let me spray it all over your face. We could work in some costumes too. I always fantasize about letting Ronald McDonald boo-foo me. If you want to try something unconventional, I'm your bitch. Let's party. Serious inquiries only.
And he did not get flagged.
No, and I only got like a couple of one guy just said I'd love to help you out and sent this. Just a picture of his big hairy dong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that is his dong.
I know. And then do you want to hear my other one? The friend one?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, this one, I kind of felt bad about putting these things out there and then like somebody actually wanting whatever I'm offering up.
To be friends.
Yeah, I felt kind of guilty about it, especially getting replies.
No.
So now you're gonna have to go hang out with these people?
I might, just out of guilt. But it says, I just moved to town and finding it difficult to meet new people. I never really had many friends. Everyone in high school always laughed at me and called me Boner Boy. A little about me. I'm 43 years old, about 5'4" 3/4", weigh about 220 pounds. A little bit of a BO problem. I have very bad complexion and get zits often. I'm a bit gassy, but who isn't? I collect stamps and like to paint miniatures like Warhammer 4000 or 40,000. I just googled odd hobbies. And watch old canceled TV shows
Obviously, you didn't have any of your own you could draw on.
Right.
I watch old canceled TV shows like Herman's Head and Father Dowling Mysteries. Not looking for anything sexual. I'm a virgin and intend to stay that way. I'm white, but I'd like to be friends with a Mexican. You guys seem cool. So hit me up and let's chat. I think my cats are sick of me talking to them.
Oh my
Lol.
god.
Lol.
Yeah, and then
To which the internet replied.
Yeah, someone wrote back and was like, hey, I'm a Mexican. Let's be friends. He said, hey, I could use a friend too. I'm Hispanic, 29, friendly, and easy on the eyes. Let me know if you're still interested. I'm like, oh, man.
See,
I actually found
yeah,
a lonely guy.
I know that's the thing that I thought I got from the guy when I said that I had Tourette's. That guy said, why are you bringing up that you're a gay guy? Like, you're a gay single guy that wants to come over and listen to me abuse you? Like, you want me to abuse you and then fuck your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that guy was looking for horny stuff too, because I'm sure he'll find it elsewhere.
I've never told any of my buddies I'm easy on the eyes.
Which I just realized, I'd never slept with a girl that has Tourette's that said weird shit that didn't make any sense to the matter at hand. That's kind of hot. I guess it's probably too late. Wait, Craigslist.
Yeah.
I might just put a legitimate ad.
Yeah.
Anybody out there that just like can't contain themselves, says weird stuff, hit me up.
Yeah, you
I'd love to bang you.
End your post with "I'm very real."
No, I'm really, really real.
100% human.
Did you get a lot of replies to your friend one?
I only got the one on mine.
So my friend one was, I like playing tennis, but can't seem to find anyone willing to
Is
take
the show over?
No, that's in an hour.
Oh god, because the clocks are wrong.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Don't worry about it, not cut off. I like playing tennis, but can't seem to find anyone willing to take our friendship to the court. So I'm reaching out here.
Oh.
Send me a reply and I'll volley right back to you. Get it? That's a tennis joke. Maybe I need to work on my humor. Anyway, if you're into sports and live by the 405 or 101 and want to spend your weeknights at the local parks doing activities, then serve me a notice. That's another tennis joke.
Oh.
So
Wow.
I am fit, good guy, 52 years old, good courts in Encino. I also got
Yeah, he wants to fuck you.
my name is Dan. Saw your post in this site and thought of writing to you. My work takes me to places, and I was in Europe earlier. I was working and living there for 6 years, but moved to the U.S. in 2014.
What?
I like making new friends and thought of dropping you this message. Let's play tennis.
Oh,
So
shit.
I thought tennis was like a thing here.
And
I was expecting more.
That's a very human-like reply as well.
So 2 potential friends for me in the valley.
It's 2 more than I got.
Yeah, you gonna go try and set up a doubles match?
I should.
Here's my activity partner. I am so lonely. I tried dating, but apparently I am too frightening for some gals.
Oh my god.
I don't have it. If I say a word loud, it means it's in all caps. I don't have any blood relatives in the city, and I'm just looking for a friend to cut the rug with. After I got out of the Marine Corps, My other friends just stabbed me in the back. Not looking for anyone shallow. My situation is grave. Will we?
Oh.
Yeah. Will we be activity partners? That remains to be seen. Send a photo of your body. Let's see. Are you trying to murder someone? LOL. That's one response. You sound crazy. That's another response. Are you female? You said you are too frightening for some gals.
At least these are real replies.
Yeah.
Are you free? I'm alone in my home.
Hey! And that's how it happens.
Yeah. Hello, the heat is disappearing. That is good news for me. I can't stand it. Sitting at my desk, decided to spend some time browsing through a few posted ads. I see you looking for friends. Sometimes I am not much of a friend.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That's true terror on the other end right there.
Is that person available to come on a radio show?
And another weird one. A couple more weird ones. I'm very chill, laid-back person, can keep a conversation going. I also like to educate myself and know what's going on around the world. Could say besides that, I also tend to read and keep up with the related field of my work, since things are always changing with technology. When I get a chance, if not hustle, when things gotta get done, well, take care. Hope to spark a conversation with you soon.
No.
So there's no punctuation at all in that.
This is really weird. Animals are one of my biggest passions. I'm also involved in animal rescuing and animal fundraisers.
Maybe she wants to rescue you.
Yeah, and finally, very clever ad. Just wanted to tell you that. I'd tell you about me, but I am much older than you and would be interested in. That was very inventive ad, though. Good luck to you.
Good luck on the murder.
Grandma. Yeah, exactly. Good luck with your murder, Sonny.
Wow. Now I feel like I want to do like secret Craigslist ads until I get a banger, and then I come in and brag about how I fooled all these people on Craigslist, because I just feel like a moron that got laughed out of Craigslist.
Yeah, out of all of the things we just read, Will's were the ones that got 100 on each.
How can you write basically like I'm kind of a murdery guy and get people to respond?
Yeah, I'm a bit savvy, so don't piss me off.
I think it's because you put effort into it. I think when you like put a lot of effort into the letter, it seems like you just get more of a response. Like I just sat there right before I fell asleep on the couch, and I was like, "I'll suck anyone's cock, gangbang, hit me up, let's party."
That's what they do. That's what everybody does. I think maybe that's why.
Yeah, I was just copying my prior Grindr.
Posting?
No, well, that's what I learned from Grindr is people just say, "What's up, fucking free, suck it, do you got AIDS? No, let's fuck." I'm like, wow, you guys are fucking disgusting. But it's so rare that anyone would say anything that wasn't about, do you want to suck it or are you going to fuck me thing. Like, no one says, how was your day? Usually, I remember if it was like, how's your day? I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with this person? You're so weird. Because everyone's just like, usually it's sup. It's not even what's up. It's sup, and sup means I'll suck it right now.
Right.
And all you have to do is go, hey. But then they go, where are you? I'm like, well, that depends. Where you know what I mean? Like, where I am might depend on your next answer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? And then if it's like, fucking, I'm super into fucking asses, I'm like, well, look, I'm not going to be meeting you anywhere. So, but, you know, but it's never, and then there's the gang ones, there's groups, couple buddies blowing clouds. Blowing clouds means they're doing crystal meth. And
I thought you said blowing clowns.
No.
Oh my God, that's a party.
No. I mean, I would have gone to that.
Yeah.
No, that was just clouds.
You should post that.
Yeah, and then the clowns are smoking meth.
Yeah. No, usually when you say you're blowing clowns, I still think you're doing meth.
Right.
Yeah. Or what Will said. The clowns are doing meth.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing meth at that party, because how did that happen?
Otherwise, why would you be a clown?
But and the party thing too. If you say party, because I noticed in your one you said party, and party in the gay community means to do meth as well.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. Even the
So if I said
the party emoji.
want a party, that means
if you
gotta suck dick and have meth.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
Good to know.
No, if you look at the some people have the party emoji on their thing, which means constantly into meth.
Down to party at all times.
And those are the ones where I used to, in the morning, I would turn on and show Katie and the people that would hit you up in the morning because they haven't slept because they're on meth. Right. And then they see you show up, hey, bro, sup, fucking smoke clouds party. And I'm like, wow, look at this, Katie, look at them. They're everywhere. Like, there's a bunch of people in West Hollywood blowing clouds, just ready to shove anything up their ass.
I want to respond to one of those ads and be like, can I just come for the meth part? Like,
I think people do that. I think people do that for sure. I think people that are super into meth go on there so they can smoke meth and probably get sucked off by a gay guy so they can smoke the meth.
Wow. Not a bad racket.
It's Feel Good Friday, everybody!
Wait, they probably feel all right when they're doing the meth sucking the weenie. Seems like that's all they want.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I did that a couple of times.
Afterwards, they probably curl up in a little fetal position and think happy song.
You gotta pay the piper eventually.
So the meth is more important than the getting your dick sucked?
I'm just super pumped that you're finally intrigued into this. Yes. No, the thing goes, you have to get your dick sucked, then you do the meth. If you do the meth before you get your dick sucked, then you might not get hard because the meth can do the thing where it'll stop you from getting a boner if you do too much.
So I'm walking into the room, house, whatever it is.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm getting my dick sucked, and then I'm doing meth. Or I'm doing meth, and then I'm getting my.
You're jerking it off. You're getting hard, and then you're doing meth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can smoke meth while getting your dick sucked.
But wait, so they never do. They come once and then they get on meth and they never do anything sexual again?
Oh, they don't come.
Oh, so you just get it hard and then you smoke. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
so what do you finish?
Well, you can finish, but it's super hard to. And usually when you do, you've probably put in a couple of solid hours. So round 2 is probably there's no need because you just, I mean, even meth. I mean, you can keep smoking meth and then, you'll keep going. I've done 2 days, dude, where my dick just became... I don't know what it was.
After you smoke meth, can you then suck a dick?
Yep.
Can you? Yes.
What, you think it just seals your mouth shut?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You're saying that meth might seal your mouth shut.
Both of those things, sucking a dick and smoking meth, would be new to me. So I'm not trying to... I don't have a preconceived notion of...
Yeah, I know, but that's like saying... you can snort meth too. It's like saying cocaine makes your mouth not work to suck a dick. Like that, you know that you can still... If you do meth, you can still drink water.
Right.
So you can suck a dick.
Okay.
I can't wait till January 1st when Andrew gets into the notorious gateway drug, marijuana.
Right?
I know, right?
Starts his rapid descent into...
Spiraling to doom.
Suck dick while on meth.
I was told there would be clowns.
Yeah, I felt like the first couple of times that even happened, I wasn't even aware of what it was that I was smoking. It just all of a sudden there was like a bunch of dudes that had that pipe around, and I'm like, oh, okay, people are smoking stuff, and if you're drunk, sure, I'll give it a go. What are we doing here? And then I was like, whoa, that's really good to have sex on. And then maybe later on I was like, what is this? I'm like, it's meth, because in Australia it's speed. So I just missed a little bit of a... I'm like, meth is just something else. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm smoking speed? Oh! Because I remember doing speed when I was a kid in Australia, and it was just... I don't know, maybe I was too high in the first place, but crystal meth or speed in Australia was just... You just stayed awake. You didn't get high. You just couldn't sleep. That's what I remember it to be like.
Oh,
the meth...
The worst.
The meth is... When you smoke meth, it's like a full-on... There's a full-on high to it. It's pretty good. Like there was a time there where I was contemplating doing that for a living as well, because I could tell. Like I was up there with the heroin. I did it a couple times in a row where I was like, I want to do that again tonight, and I was like, yeah. You know why you want to do that again tonight? Because you're a fucking junkie, dude. Don't do that. So then I purposely, stopped doing it, and then. I think the last time I did it was when I went to Mexico and I got a transgender prostitute, and she did the light bulb thing with the pen, like grabbed the light bulb from the bathroom and got a pen and foil and started smoking meth, and I was just like, okay, I don't really know what the fuck's going on, so I'll do it, and that turned into a very sad, low rock bottom day there, because that kept going all day, and then the next day, and then I was like in the shower jerking off for like a whole day there, hiding, and I couldn't go to sleep, and then when I did go to sleep, I woke up, I didn't last long, and then I had like crazy heart palpitations, and I thought I was going to die a couple of times, in the airport, at the hotel, where it was just like, I'm like, oh, here we go, this is it. And then, fucking slow down a bit. And then the airport, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go again. It's going to die. And then I remember I had to audition an MTV show. Like, I was auditioning for some TV show, and I remember having my hand on my heart the whole time. Because I was... yeah, no. But I remember because I was so nervous to be in there, so that was... And my heart was still suffering from the amount of meth that I smoked the last couple of days. So it was like, it was beating too fast in the meeting. I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't even want the part. I just wanted to get them to let me out of the building.
You're making me very grateful that I am not on meth.
Yeah, it's not that cool. But there is a thing there where, man, I shouldn't even say it, but I mean, most people are of age listening to this, but there's a thing there where if you do smoke it and you're having sexual relations with somebody, it intensifies it to a level where, I mean, you're on another planet. You know, you're on like a sex planet. There's no stopping you.
Yeah, but
you're
then
just
there's
out
the
of...
part where you're living in the woods and your face looks like a skeleton.
But if you keep
that part.
No, I know.
If you keep doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like meth doesn't have like every drug has a downside, but meth doesn't have a very well publicized upside.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I mean,
we all know like the allure of cocaine. We know the allure of heroin. Like I don't even know what the allure of meth was supposed to be. I thought the allure of meth was because we couldn't find coke.
Like I'll tell the allure. There's a you get chubbed up a little bit. Someone's blowing you, or there's a bunch of people blowing each other, and then they give you that fucking glass bulb thing, and and as soon as it goes in there, as soon as it goes down your throat, you're like. And then you just become whatever it is you were doing right there when you smoked it. Now that's what you're going to be doing for a fucking long time. And it's never going to get any better than that. And I've never been so focused on just doing that to the point where like the next day my legs are sore from, standing in some sort of fuck position with like one toe on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, because my brain is so wrapped up in doing this. That it cups sweat, dehydration, can't talk the next day because I just fucked for like 8 hours and forgot about water. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, this way, that way. Oh, quick, more on the pipe. You become like a weird sex rat.
And the next day, you wanted to do it again.
Yeah.
But then how is that different from like ecstasy? Isn't that supposed to be like that? Isn't that supposed to be like you feel amazing whatever you're doing?
Yeah, well, ecstasy is like a weird feeling where you actually feel everything that you touch and everything that touches you feels good. So you feel good, and it's like a horny thing. Just breathing and stuff feels good. Your drinks feel good. Everything you have feels good. Crystal meth doesn't make it feel good. It's more of a mental thing. It's like you
the most satisfying glass of water you'll have is on ecstasy.
Yeah.
I would disagree. I would say ecstasy is a thinking thing. I mean, a lot of people go out dancing or whatever. I think it's a thinking thing. Depends on how you use it.
It depends on who you are too. You know what I mean? Some people take acid and then they never come back, and they have the worst trip ever, and then some dude standing next to them had the same trips, having the greatest day of his life.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you've got a lot of shit in your head, and you're all bunched up and you're freaking out about stuff, and then you do some of those drugs, that might go horribly wrong. I mean, I felt like there was a certain age where, I mean, me and Telly talked about it tons of times, the shrooms just didn't work out for me anymore. I just had a terrible feeling that this was bad. And it wouldn't go away until the fucking shrooms wore off. And then you do it a couple more times just to make sure. Yep, turns out every time I do it, I sit here for 12 hours going, please turn it off, please turn it off, please turn it off. You can make it, Jason. Please turn it off. You can make it. How much longer?
And that's how a lot of people now are with pot. Same exact thing, same exact experience.
Yeah.
Having a bad trip.
It happened to me. I quit for, what was it, like 4 years or something, and then I will never forget it. The first time I ever had a panic attack from marijuana, and I was a full-on pothead for fucking 20 years, and then I just stopped, and I stopped hanging out with all the dudes that we all scored weed together. Like, I was like, I've got to stop this. You guys are not getting better, and I've got to do something. And then I got, I don't think I'd had Katie, I don't think I'd had Devin yet, but I remember going around to Jim's house, it's my good friend Sean Rogers, and fuck, I'm gonna smoke some weed. He's like, fuck it, dude, roll a blunt. I'm like, yep, I will. I'll fucking roll a blunt. That's a great idea. Blunt. I haven't had one for years. I'm smoking this blunt. Do you want some, Sean? Yeah, I'll have a little bit. And smoking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I feel like I can't breathe in a lot. Like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, man, I really want this to go away. And then I'm like, it's getting worse. And then that was like somebody maybe after a couple of hours like, yeah, dude, you're having a panic attack. It's just the weed. I'm like, nah, I don't have panic attacks. That doesn't happen to me. That's like a thing that you're born with. You don't get them when you're like in your late 20s. Just no idea what was going on. And then that scared that made me not like weed for the very first time. That was actually quite a relief. I remember seeing people with weed and I'd be like, can you please not make that go near my face? Because I was afraid that it would give me a panic attack. And my little brother freaking out about it. They're all smoking weed. And I was like, can you not get that in my face? And I remember them all just going, what? Jason doesn't want the weed on him? Like, is he serious?
Yeah, once you get a taste of that, it changes you.
Yeah.
I remember my first bad acid trip. I remember my first bad mushroom trip.
Right?
Panic attack on weed. It's a pretty unpleasant experience.
Yeah. Yeah, the more powerful the drug, though, the worse the panic attack can be. Because the marijuana panic attack is still... I mean, because I hadn't done it for such a long time, that was the other thing. If you haven't done it and you smoke the really good stuff, that's why you want to watch out, Andrew. When you get your first legal doobie, I would just get the ones that they have...
The most powerful THC that you can.
Get the pre-roll ones, because the pre-roll ones are the shake, because it's the cheap weed, and that would be a way better starter kit for you. Because the shit that they have now, if you fucking...
So if you did meth right now, though, would you just have a panic attack?
Well, my panic attack wouldn't be about that. I would actually be concerned that would send my heart into...
crazy palpitation.
Into that arrhythmic thing where I would have to go to hospital. So I'm not really... People think, oh, it's how do you do it? I'm not really that sensational. I'm just that scared of death. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever stopped doing drugs. I think at one point it was just like, every time I do fucking drugs, my heart starts beating bad. And then I go to doctors and they're like, hey, man, we're going to have surgery on your heart. I mean, yeah, you're fine now. You can run and sprint, but, like, do you really want to test it? You know what I mean? Do I really want to... And for the upside, the ups and downs, I did it. I got a really good go. It was a time there where I did a lot of meth and I got a bunch of orgasms and sex and people licking holes. To do it anymore is where Will talks, when your face starts coming off and your teeth fall out, like your microphone hits your tooth and you stop the gig and look for your tooth for an hour. That's kind of where that ends up going, you know. So you get in and then you got to get out. The only difference is when you get into all that stuff, there is no real out. You know, even the people that are out of the game, I've hung out with them. They're not out of anything. They're all in it forever. And then there's people that you just do, like, you know, smoke cigarettes for the rest of your life, like emphatically, or, you know, I mean, you gamble now, or, you know, I mean, you're intensely chewing tobacco gum, or you're smoking some weed, or you're fucking doing something, because you don't...
Traded it in. Yeah.
Nobody gets out alive. I've said it a million times, and I'll never stop saying it. There was a time there where I was like, we're unstoppable. All of us are unstoppable. We're all in our early 20s, and we're getting paid, and sure, every now and then I'll do some blow and stay up late. I could tell everyone was very aware that you're not going to get out, Jason. You're a mess. But there were a couple people there that did some cocaine, and then they went to the gym in the morning, because they were like, fuck, I was, you know what I mean? They sweated it out. And I was, you know what I mean? I did cocaine till the morning, and then, you know what I mean, I would drink some red wine all day the next day while somebody was in the gym sweating out the cocaine they did that night. But even those people that I thought for sure would be fine didn't get out unscathed. They didn't. Because I know them now. Now we're old men. And I'm like, how are you doing? I'm great. I've never been better. Okay, let me hang out with you for like non-stop from morning to night. Bullshit! Everybody anybody that I've ever like really hung out with, because I can do a day of showing you that I'm like, yeah, nothing bothers me anymore. I pretty much fixed myself. Hang out morning, day, noon, night, a whole thing, I need something, because I fucked it. Fucking burnt something, and now I need something to fill the little weird itchy gap, And I don't want to do E-bombers. I'm not going to smoke meth. I'm not going to chase the dragon. I can even go to the bar and I don't get sad that you have a beer and I don't have a beer. But still, there still has to be something that I have to do, like maybe fight people in the cage, or just it's itchy shit that it's unnecessary. Scarred. Which brings me back to, if you have kids, please try to be nice to them, because usually this is the itch that I have to scratch for the rest of my life. That's what happens usually. If you fuck your kid's life, then they have this weird little thing that's in their head forever. And doesn't they can find ways to fix it. Maybe you can be like Dr. Drew Pensky and you can just work 24 hours a day and never stop working. That's a very positive way to do that. Dax Shepard, you can just do 100 movies, be an actor, fucking produce, chew your gum, don't stop. You're doing it in a positive manner. Crack like 12 O'Douls in an hour, because you're fine. There's no you're not really stinging in any way from anything. I've seen everybody. Go to meetings, dude's in there, 35 years sober. Had the worst day of his life yesterday because his 25-year-old girlfriend fucking texted him or something. You're fucked. Yeah. There's like this weird permanent scarring. That's why you self-medicate. Like, you medicate because you're fucked. You're fixing yourself because no one else is.
O'Doul's is just delicious.
I will not.
The segment brought to you by O'Doul.
Dude, O'Doul's will get 4 in the sun.
A beer without the fun.
That is so, because you have 4 of them and you go, you know what? You don't even need alcohol anymore. Like, fucking such a good idea. Right. And then you've got the 6th one in your hand and you're like, oh, man. They don't get any water or like a Coke or something? Right. And then the other person with the real beer is like, yeah, let's get another one. And I'm like, God damn it. Mm-hmm. Shit tastes like crap.
Hey, real quick before we go to break, we want to acknowledge that an old friend of the show has got some bad news.
Yeah.
Tom Fine.
Yeah, got cancer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we heard. So, really sorry about it, dude. If you're listening, I'm not sure if you are or not, but he's Ellis fam. So he's family to us, so he's always a support of the show, and I have no words for what you're going through. I'm just really sorry to hear about it, and I'm really appreciative of your support, and it's good to know that other people that listen to the show are around him supporting him, because that's what I hear.
The stuff that he posted on Facebook looked really, really great about, cancer's never met me before.
Right.
So that's definitely the right attitude. Yeah.
That is the only attitude.
Yeah, I was chatting with him on Facebook this morning about it.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's all right?
Yeah. Let him know that we're here for him.
Oh.
If he ever needs anything.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He sold my kid the kite, my kid's first kite.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I got kites for him, too.
Yeah.
If you want to see a photo of our asses, he's more than welcome.
Yeah, only one person gets to see all of the ass masters.
Just know you're going to see my foreskin in it for sure. Got a copy kit. All right, we'll be back.
Yeah. As opposed to like, most people just call out here and there, right?
Yeah, hey, can you get somebody to fill in for me?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Are they running this because they still air reruns? Or still have stuff on demand?
Oh, so let's not forget to talk about Satanism on the show today.
What's up, YouTube?
So you're doing like news and final calls?
Yeah, so we definitely want to do the Tyrese one.
Yes.
The video that Jason sent of the creature as well.
Thanks, John. So what are we doing?
Tyrese creature video that you sent. A couple more news stories and then final calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be back for.
I know. That's probably just
yeah.
Tyrese and final calls.
Yeah.
Well, the creature's pretty quick.
I have the creature video pulled
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I never. When you said
Probably, I don't know. Maybe it's stupid, but if it's real, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. No, whenever you send a video or something, I'm like, why wouldn't I just? If we're gonna do it, I'll just be surprised by it on the air. You know.
When are we back?
3 minutes. Put it up.
So I know the latest on Tyrese, but what's the background?
So, kind of bitter custody battle with his ex. I mean, what happened this week, there's been a no contact order because his wife claimed, or his ex claims, that he spanked her and left a mark and she wasn't able to sit down. He then sent one of those prop planes from our school, and sent a teddy bear and tons of shit to the school. He claimed that's not in violation of the no contact since he's not actually contacting her. They had the court case, beginning of the court case involving that was yesterday. He wore all black because it was the funeral for all the accusations against him, then had chest pains.
Is anyone gonna come here and fuck my huge box?
You should totally start.
Hollywood superstar and celebrity chip enthusiast Tyrese reportedly checked himself into a Los Angeles hospital yesterday following a court hearing with his ex-wife amid their heated custody battle revolving around the daughter that they had.
Yeah, what's going on?
So,
was he fighting The Rock as well?
Yes. Yeah.
What's going on, man?
He seems a little quick to go. Perhaps a tiny bit unhinged.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
I got an ex-wife.
Yeah. Wouldn't say he's losing the plot.
He's got a laundromat in his house, Michael. Couldn't he just go
in a Benihana's
there and calm down and think about it at Benihana's before he reacts to The Rock?
I think there's only so many times that your personal chef flicking little bits of teriyaki chicken at you can soothe your frayed nerves, and it appears that Tyrese is reaching the end of his rope.
So does he want to get back with his ex-wife, or is his ex-wife making it hard for him to see his daughter?
That's what it is. So she has accused him of spanking his daughter, their daughter, multiple times, so severely that the daughter couldn't sit. He says that she's making shit up and coaching the daughter to agree with it because she's just pissed that he remarried. So there was a restraining order or something like that. So then he sent one of those planes with the message on the back of it.
Yeah.
That says, "No matter what, Daddy loves you, Shayla."
Yeah.
To her school.
Yeah.
And the mom is that's a violation of you're not allowed to contact the daughter. And he's just well, I didn't contact her. I wasn't flying.
Yeah, but he's not allowed to contact his daughter.
Yes. There's at least a temporary restraining order. Yeah.
Okay, and the thing. Okay. Well, this is the thing that I'm starting to notice here. When you show me photos of him recently, he looks like all of a sudden he's become very out of shape and doesn't look the same as he usually does. He usually looks like a pretty fit guy, and the photos you're showing me of recent looks like he's lost his muscle and seems to like be a little bit. He seems out of shape.
Well, what does he do when he's not making Fast and Furious movies?
And he retired from music, right? The Black Rose was his final album.
And what a stunning final statement.
Way to go, yes. We said yes, right? Okay.
Well, no, he can't. He's very, very tired and he's very thirsty.
Look, I'm a little bit worried about him. He looks like he is. I mean, heart palpitations. Look at him in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. He's buff. And then look at a photo of him right now. Doesn't look buff. I see a weak neck.
So,
I know a weak neck when I see one, and he has a weak neck, which means he has not been hitting the gym.
Well, say this for him, for whatever it is worth. So they had the court date, and he showed up wearing all black because today was a funeral for the accusations that have been leveled against him.
Right. Well, he's that kind of guy.
He sure is.
Yeah.
And then he checked himself into a hospital following that hearing.
With heart palpitations.
And feeling dehydrated. Both those things.
I mean...
But the latest update to this, as of less than an hour ago...
Sucks to know that he's really that stressed out.
Is that he will be allowed to visit his daughter.
Yay! There you go. I hope everything works out, because it's not about them. As much as I think it's also fair that it should be about Tyrese, because it always has been.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate it's about his daughter a little bit more. So I hope that they can sort that out.
I just can't relate to these people. No.
That's so sad.
I would just think it would be such a welcome relief. I'm always the person who just thinks that celebrities want to get over themselves. I'm the guy who's like, oh, I bet you, when Trent Reznor goes home, he just watches silly comedies because he spends so much of his professional life wallowing. And while I'm sure his misery and depression and frustration with the system is very, very real, he spends so much time wallowing in it. I bet lots of times he's really, really happy to get away from that guy. But apparently he really isn't. I would assume a guy like Tyrese would love the opportunity to. It's so all about you when you're a celebrity and in a humongous global phenomenon franchise that you would welcome some time every day to be like, whew, not about me for a minute, about this other person.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Well, I don't know what I would do if my ex made up a story about me and then I couldn't see my kids. That would give me chest pains.
Mm-hmm.
That would fucking kill me. Imagine if he didn't do it, dude.
Right.
That'd be the saddest thing ever. And people get divorced. They do crazy stuff.
Yeah,
so it's very
true.
sad.
That's true. These things are always hard.
And I just keep thinking about I'm a little girl and my daddy can't see me and he really wants to see me, or my daddy's really mean and he wants to see me. Either way, it's very sad. Poor little girl. I hope it works out.
Yeah. I hope they can both find it in themselves to be, regardless of whatever their personal differences,
Black Rose!
The most responsible parents they possibly.
Download it! It's probably too late, but...
No, you can still get it.
You can still get it! Black Rose!
So you came across a video as
well? Yeah, hey, Will, you might want to come in and see this. You know Sasquatch? Yeah, well, this is not Sasquatch, but it's a creature that's mythical and makes no fucking sense, and it's real. It's a real live thing, and there's video of it, not like bullshit mystery ghosts and stuff. Watch this, you guys. Wait, sorry.
Once and for all, there's proof.
Everybody gets to eat.
Yeah.
Except me.
I know.
I need a tube.
Eat during the show.
I need a tube. Look at this. Look at this guy's walking on the sand. And he's a weird year ago, but look at that thing that's hanging out of the water. Look at the teeth. It looks like a crocodile that has mangled teeth. But it's not. It's a fish. Watch. It swam away. And it's somewhere where, yeah. Ever. You got to post this, Andrew. At Ellis, mate. to... Right.
That's an excellent description. It's exactly what happened. You don't know if it's a killer fish.
That's a sock puppet.
How can it be a sock puppet?
I don't know. You're always shitting on my UFOs and ghosts. Why can't I shit on
Okay, so
this fish?
at least you're admitting that you're just shitting on it. You don't actually believe what you're shitting on.
No, but the British guys.
What does that look like?
Man, if I ever
It looks like a crocodile fish, doesn't it? With crazier teeth than a croc. It looks like it has shark teeth in a crocodile's head with a fish body. And that was alive and it was real in the water. What have you got to say about that, Ghost and Squatch? How many fucking crocodile shark fish are in the water?
If it was real,
no, we've got video of it.
With all the video cameras out there, if it was real, we would see videos of it.
There's the video.
That's what I say about ghosts and UFOs.
But there isn't any video.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
See?
You've shown me yours, and it's like, look at this. Smoke comes out on the freeway, and I'm like, yeah, that's smoke. That's a crocodile fish shark. And that was video of it.
Well, I think this British guy's making a lot of assumptions.
Okay, so what do you...
I want to hang out with him all the time.
Right, because he does really give you the good details. But honestly, what are your thoughts on that critter that is now posted on my at Ellis Mate on Twitter?
I'm gonna say it is probably radiated.
Oh, you have to go there because it's the Ukraine and it's within 1,000 miles of Chernobyl. So let me just say.
No, I did not pay attention to where it was. I'm saying that because it looks like a something that suffered from radiation and got all deformed and stuff.
Well, its head looked like it may have had a lot of mud on it, which made it look crazier and creepier. Like it looked like the face of Odorous Urungus, and I think that there was mud on there that made the face look more.
But it's still had crocodile teeth, Michael. Shark teeth in a crocodile mouth.
It looks like
with a fish body.
The demon god thing in Death Book.
Yes, but it was real and it was on video, Will.
Book? Wait.
So.
Death Note, yeah.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You're worried about looking for aliens. What about that? We're not even paying attention. This is old. But fact of the matter is, dude, minding his own business, scientist in Russia, walking down on the beach, and there is a crocodile shark fish.
Well, you say scientist.
Well, okay, some European dude. Is that okay?
I don't know.
Is his video camera on liar?
All I know is he's carrying a pole. That's the only thing I know about the guy. He's a pole carrier. He's one of those cats that likes to carry a pole.
You know, in the Ukraine. One of those guys.
Yeah, Ukrainian pole cat. I'm gonna go.
It's a fucking shark crocodile fish.
Okay.
And it's on video, and I just showed it to you, and you saw it, and you want to talk like that?
I don't know what it is.
It did kind of conveniently just scurry away underwater before you could really get. Yes, you got a good look at its head before it was moving, but the actual creature.
He did poke it with a pole.
Rewind the tail. You can see the tail. You can see, because I really analysed it to see if there was crocodile legs in the back, and there isn't. It's a fish tail. You got it right when he gets up close to Poggy. You can see alongside it, and when it turns, it flicks its fin to make itself turn. It has no hands. It's kind of a fish that barely makes any sense.
Look, Mom, no hands. Oh, yeah, it also makes no sense because it's up on the beach.
But look at that. Watch this fish tail. See the fish? You can see there's no legs. Watch the fish. Do you see the tail flick?
It turns away just as it flicks.
Well, because he tried to run.
I understand why.
You wouldn't flinch?
I understand. I'm not saying that. But
wait a minute.
A clear look.
You know what? The way that turned.
Looks a little bit like a sock puppet.
It kind of makes it look like somebody had a fishing line on the front of it and pulled it.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Because like all of a sudden it's lifting up in a weird way. Like, where does
Also,
he
wait,
get the
and also-
momentum to do that?
And, like, the face doesn't react at all. Like, if I turn my head real fast, I'm going to grit my teeth a little bit or open up my mouth or whatever I'm going to do. The face does not.
Yeah, but that face doesn't look like it does a lot of moving even when it's moving. That's a really weird crocodile fucking head. Yeah, the way it leaves the water might be a fake fish. We might have got bamboozled. I don't know, though.
You be the judge.
Yeah, you be the judge, everybody. Check it out on me Twitter, mate. Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris, go ahead.
Nope, it's not that.
It's not that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you go look at my Twitter.
I've seen that.
Thanks, dude.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Whoa! An alligator gar is pretty cool.
Yes.
But it's not
It's
this.
not this thing.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell was rushed to the hospital after an accident in his London home.
Why?
Well, he had a late night. He went out to some concert or something last night.
Right.
And then he went to bed, but he wasn't very sleepy. So he went downstairs to fetch a cup of hot milk, which is what you do when you're sleepy.
If you're from England in the 1960s.
I guess if you're my grandmother, that was her trick. And he is believed to have fainted and fallen down his stairs after fetching said cup of hot milk, and had to be brought out of his London home, into an ambulance on a stretcher.
It sounds to me like, in my opinion, humble opinion, allegedly just my opinion, that he partied too hard and passed out.
Maybe. The milk thing is a little...
Bullshit, right? Nobody gets milk.
No, it almost seems like something you say to, like, make English grandmas
Right.
believe you.
It's like when Richard Pryor says he enjoys milk and cookies, but he means crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're calling bullshit on you, bruh.
Speaking of drugs, medical researchers, I don't know if we even still consider marijuana a drug, but medical researchers found frequent marijuana users have about 20% more sex than those who do not use marijuana, which is something that I guess I could kind of make sense to me and also doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah, I don't have any comment.
I feel like a lot of potheads are, like, the cliche of the pothead loser, I think, is dated, but there are pothead losers.
Yep.
A lot of guys who can't get laid because they won't get their shit together because they'd rather just get stoned than play Xbox.
Mind you, I know a lot of guys like that where I'm absolutely positive that that is their problem, and then I find out they don't smoke pot.
Yeah.
They're just
Right.
pretty pumped on just staying in that pocket of loser.
Right. But then on the other hand, my initial reaction was like, yeah, that makes sense because people who smoke pot are people who, like, live a little. They like to get crazy. They're not, your church going, in bed by 9 p.m. kind of people. So, of course, if you get loose, you smoke weed, you fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like I say, I could have seen it going either way. Apparently, it turns out if you smoke weed, you're having statistically substantially more sex than non-tokers.
Right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Good for you.
Get
Smoke on,
get
Toker.
some weed and get some pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoa! Yep. Weed and pussy.
A prototype of the world's first dent-proof car
Yeah.
wowed the crowd at the Tokyo Motor Show.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
unintentional rhymes in there.
What's it made out of?
The ugliest shit imaginable.
I knew it.
Yeah. Take a look at this fucking turd on wheels.
Wait, that's the car? You're joking me, right?
Hold on. Yeah.
That looks like a cartoon drawing to me.
Well, like I said, it is a prototype.
Oh, so it's not... Oh, God. Oh, come on, you idiots.
It looks like
It's just a fucking giant... It's just like a fucking... It's covered in mouse pads.
It's a gigantic eraser.
It's fucking dumbest shit ever.
Because I always
No
wondered
one's driving that.
why cars just scratch so goddamn easily. I understand physics and all that, but I fucking swear to God, there's got to be a way that we could figure out that if somebody opens their car door and it taps the car next to its door in a parking lot, that doesn't leave a scratch. They have to be built to withstand a tap. But this thing is built to withstand quite a bit more if you don't mind driving around in a cartoon turtle.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing it.
Welcome to the future. If anybody wants to give us a call, 855-ELLIS41. We'll be here rocking your world for about 5 5 more minutes.
Yeah, I dare you to call 855 Ellis 41.
Made his knees. You're gonna go to a mansion tonight?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I mean, I'm gonna decide the next 5 minutes, but I'll see if Katie wants to go. I think I will go. Yeah, I think I will go.
You should go, because you can always leave.
That was the other thing I thought about. Yeah, I could just go. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe I will do that.
Yeah, if you don't like it, then I think you assume people are paying closer attention if you duck out early, but nobody's paying attention.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
Not at all.
I just posted another Ellistronics second of the week. If anybody wants to check it out, iTunes and SoundCloud and blah blah blah, all that other crap. 855 Ellis 41. Hello, welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. Oh hey. Right, well that's not what we're talking about. We need actual, like, if anyone, I say, let me reiterate. Let me tell this differently. 855 Ellis 41. If anybody wants to call this and discuss anything. Hello. Yep, I agree. 855 Ellis 41. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. Final calls. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, crank your radio up.
Woo! There you go. Let him in. That's what we're here for. 855 Ellis 41. If anyone else wants us to do that, that's what we're good for. Getting ready for a great weekend. Hello! Hey, welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live. Hey!
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Well said.
I knew a guy who never came back from weed. Now, I don't think weed did it to him, but that was the night that it all went wrong.
855 Ellis 41. When did it all go wrong for you? Hello? Hell yeah! Yeah, right. Alright, there it is. Well said. A lot of feisty callers. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live. Hey. Alright. Go ahead. Boom. Hey, welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live. What up, man? Oh, good day. Hey, earlier in the week you guys were talking about sports and what's a sport and what's not a sport. Yeah. Who golf? Disc, frisbee golf. Yeah, that's not a sport. Sorry. I don't have much of an argument against it. No, you don't. Nobody does. Unless you're a dog that's cold, and you can, because a dog can do things with a frisbee that I believe should be considered a sport. But yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, or unless you are throwing and also catching the frisbee at every hole.
Wait, is this dude throwing a frisbee through trees? Okay, that is fucking stupid. I mean, I thought it was gonna like go through trees and come back into his hand. We're talking about.
Yeah, that would be a boomerang.
Right. No, frisbee. Oh god, they're oh god. How dare you? How dare you golf people let these frisbee people on your course?
No way.
Now that tells me that I have to do an Ellis Mania golf match because, oh my god, what is this guy? I mean, if the guy that called this is his video, because I can't imagine there's too many of these people, then you just got yourself a sweet shout out. But man, your sport is if you want to call it a sport, then it's the dumbest sport there is, or it's not a sport. Take your pick. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live. Maybe not. Hey, welcome to the show. You're live on the show.
What's your? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are you super muscly? Right. So you're pretty hot then. What's your wrestling name? Is that what you're gonna ask?
No.
Oh.
Paloma Star. Okay, and what's your finishing move?
It's called the Black Dahlia. It's basically the end radio. It's Christian's little finisher move, which I don't know if you believe the actor might know what I'm talking about.
No, I've no goddamn idea what you're talking about.
Sounds pretty hard. So. Where do you get tickets for it?
Good question, but I have no idea.
Right, well. There it is. Everybody check it out. Have a good weekend. Don't get too hurt. She seemed cute.
I feel like we've heard from Paloma Star before. That name rings a bell.
She felt like, the whole time I was listening to her, I felt like her legs were a little bit sweaty in the middle where her vagina was from the drive. Is that weird to think about, Will? You can't just get me a hype, Will, on sweaty vaginas? Oh, man. Welcome to the show. I guess I just... I suck. Hello. Oh, I'm not going to do this for too long. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live. I'm pretty good. Yourself? Ah, Baja 1000. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I do. Yep. I've got a job.
You know the race isn't in Colorado, right? This guy's good.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've learned enough this week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Don't die.